Got a couple snow clothes for the places I like to go, but then I got out at the antique store. No, the posters that litter my wall, all the bands that I'll never get to see, they no longer play shows, but their music, it lives on the backs of my scratch CDs. And I share have a few fridge magnets. Well, love some close, but not too close relatives. Well, I don't know that much at all, but they'll still give me a call. Well, and ask how I've been. And some stamps that my glamour she gave me, tucked away, safe and pristine. Well, she says that they're worth I go more time, but I have a hard time believing that's the truth. And I sure have a few shitty tattoos, well, that I got when I wasn't right there. Well, they look kind of funny, not so quite scummy, and remind me that I'll always make mistakes. Well, that I'll always make Well, hello, taxi driver, I drank a little too much. I don't know where I live and I've forgotten how to love. See, my heart's falling apart and I don't care to pick it up. So won't you drive me around this town and I'll tell you when to stop. You see, my friend just got laid out and she don't know what to do. She might travel for a while and sip a little booze. These hard times have got me down. We were promised so damn much and now we're getting kicked around to fulfill the fat man's broken dream. There's synthetic happiness in exchange for our self-esteem. Well, hello, taxi driver, would it kill you to speed up? Well, I'm not made out of money, and I don't think I have enough. You see, my bank's falling apart, and when I call, they don't pick up. Well, they said we took elections for the interest that won't stop. You see, my friend just moved out west, so damn much, and now we're getting kicked around till 2 mil. The fat man's broken dream. Just have pathetic happiness in exchange for ourselves. I've been talking your ear off. Well, just drop me at this corner. It won't be a long walk to see my always on my feet. Oh, my fare is $20. Well, here's a $10 bill. It's all I got. So much, and the jack he was giving was shovel but not allowed, and the gun was fully loaded, playing roulette in the dark. But at least he's got a dream, and it seems to be enough. Well, he's been sleeping on the floor since life has touched his feet, and there's no yellow brick road he's paved with rusted steel. Well, the tin man has no heart, he doesn't need a meal, and the factory is closed, but at least he's got his meal. And we'll not wait for a moment and see if things get better, even though your mind's cloudy and you feel like stormy weather. Though there's smoke, maybe thick, at least there's no fire. And we'll get behind to a chair, he's linked to the concrete, a pack of cigarettes and a cup, that's all he needs. Watching people pass, call it a throwing complete. With a man of the fringe, well, he's quite happy to be, and well, he tells me the same story every time I pass. We'll leave all your possessions so you can live again, be free, and don't worry, it's fine to be alone, as long as you don't mind calling yourself home. And we'll not wait for a moment and see if things get better, even though your mind is cloudy and you feel like stormy weather. Goes the smoke, maybe there, at least there's no fire. Well, you
Work, you fuck. Okay, good. Jesus. Good God. I think we'd have this shit figured out by now. Christ. Hold on. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. Okay, I know what the problem is. The problem is my fucking cat rubs her face on everything in this house. Every rigid surface, every corner, every vertex. The cat rubs her fucking face on it. I don't know why. Some sort of gland thing, I think, has to do with cats that want to spread their scent because they're fucking fucked up. But she rubs the goddamn USB that plugs in for the audio interface. She fucks it up. A terrible start to the show. I'm pissed now. Fuck. I was saying hilarious things when I was silent there. You had no idea. I can't say them again because they lost their appeal at this point. All right, anyway, whatever. Fucking let's move on. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, fine. Okay, we're back. We're doing the call-in show. I had to skip it last week because I was sick. I'm still sick. This is a lingering illness. It sucks. I've been getting sick a lot this past 6 months or so. Now that I don't know why, actually. Just because I'm going out, I guess. This one I definitely got from my 4-year-old nephew because he was sick and he hanging out with that dude and he has a tendency to cough directly into my mouth. So I think that's where that came from. But I'm almost done with that. I just might have some. I might hawk a few loogies during the show. I'll try to give a content warning when that's about to happen. No, maybe I'll just mute the mic or something. I'll try. We'll see what happens. But okay, anyway, we're doing the call-in show. I'm not gonna talk for a huge amount of time here. You know, when we did the cancel call-in show, I was going on a lot of rants. I had a lot to talk about. This is the problem. I don't hang out with people. IRL. I do rarely. Very rare. So I got all these thoughts and opinions that I want to share, but nobody to tell. Nobody. I mean, there are people to tell, but like, they don't like it. You know, I do it too much. All right, but anyway, today. So yeah, sort of like yesterday. Like yesterday was like Super Bowl day, which is like basically, you know, they're trying really hard to make it a new holiday. I could tell watching the broadcast of the Super Bowl, the whole broadcast vibe was like, this is an American holiday. They like spent the first hour being like how football brings us together, friends and family, and how we love Damar Hamlin. There was all this shit. I don't know if you knew anything about Damar Hamlin. He was like a football player who had like a heart attack or something. He got hit and he went to the hospital. He was maybe going to die, but he didn't. He's fine. But like the NFL now loves that. They love that happened. They hate that happened at first because it was like, oh no, they're going to make football illegal if someone dies. Or, it'll cause an outrage. But like there was this outpouring of love and support from the entire NFL community and all the fans. And the NFL was so proud of the support. People were donating money to this guy's charity, which is like, it's like I'm trying to raise $1,000 for toys for kids in Buffalo, and they gave him like $8 million. It's like, what is that money going to be used for? You can buy $8 million worth of toys now? That's stupid. And I bet a bunch of really evil people were like, hey, I know what you can do with that $8 million. I've got a charity too. We could set it up. You can divert some of those funds into my charity, which has a more broad goal, which I think you'd be really interested in. It's taking women out of harm's way. We're taking battered women and we're putting them on OnlyFans so that they can support themselves in the future. And I want to use your $8 million to take battered women, delicious fried and battered women, and put them on OnlyFans because I have a whole new model. People must be doing that. Like they have camera houses, like the camera stable. So I assume that's going on with OnlyFans too. But that'd be a good idea to call it a charity. for battered women's shelter. You can stay here, but you have to have an OnlyFans. And you get to keep 30% of the money. That's yours. 20, 10. Let's call it an even 6%. And you can live in my house and field my sexual advances. Anyway, I don't even know what I'm talking about here. What was I talking about? Damar Hamlin. Okay, anyway, the NFL was very, just like the Super Bowl football. It's all about coming together, and there's more proof. What more proof do we need than the response to Damar Hamlin? But it's like the guy was going to die. Of course the response is like, hey, I hope he doesn't die. I hope he doesn't die. Like we're supposed to be proud of the fact that he wasn't actively heckled by opposing teams' fans. Like, yeah, I fucking hope that guy fucking dies, that piece of shit. That strong safety. Maybe it's a free safety. I don't know. Damar Hamlin was at the Super Bowl. They were crowning him king of the I don't know. I don't know. My mind was going to a weird place there. But anyway, the whole Super Bowl, they're trying to make this into a family event, like a holiday. They're like, you should be watching this with your family. I didn't do that. I had more than one family member invite me to come over to watch the Super Bowl. That's fine. Thanks for the invite, but I'm not falling for it. All right? That's a trap. The whole country is trying to bait a trap right here where it's just like you have to do the Super Bowl with friends and family like you do every other holiday. No, I don't believe in that. All right? So you can't trick me. I'm way ahead of you, bro. Yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff with the Super Bowl. I didn't write any of it down though. I was loving watching it though. I was laughing. I like football. I like to watch football. So I wasn't like laughing. I wasn't doing the look at those guys throwing the ball. What a bunch of fucking dolts. I play video games all day. I'm not one of those people. I like football. I like sports. But the whole broadcast element of it was insane. And it was just very patriotic, very much trying to pump up the military. They had the first all-woman flyover. It had its own text, its own graphic. All-woman flyover. There were 5 women in 5 jets who flew over the stadium. It was an historic moment, to be quite honest. And I was privileged to witness it. And there's some... well, whatever. Okay, there are lots of things to talk about the Super Bowl, but this isn't about the Super Bowl today. The reason I didn't go watch the Super Bowl with my family members, partially was because I was sick, and I just didn't feel like hanging. But I was also getting real keyed up yesterday, and I had all these topics that I really wanted to talk about, and I knew that if I was with people, I was going to bring up these topics. I wouldn't be able to stop myself. But there are some things that my family just doesn't want to talk about. Especially with me, because I get a little wacky, a little wackadoo sometimes about some of these topics. I admit it. Not to them, but I'll admit it here freely. Yeah. There are times where I think, am I taking this too far? I always take it too far. That's the problem. When I get really self-righteous about something, that's when I take everything too far, which happens every day, every other day. Anyway, the topic that I was getting all keyed up on, and the point I'm trying to make here with this talking about topics is that's why today you decide. You decide what the topic is. I won't. You tell me what you want to talk about, and I will have to talk about it with you for like at least 3 minutes. I have to. It can't be the minute hour. That's the only topic that's off limits. All right. That's just I get it. You like the minute hour. Thank you. But we don't need to hear it. We don't need to hear about it. All right? That's the only topic that's off limits. But so get your noggins jogging right now about what you want to talk about. Don't call in here and say you have nothing to talk about. If you say that, I will hang up on you immediately. I don't have time for that shit. You got to have something to say, motherfucker. Okay? But the topics I was all keyed up on yesterday was about these balloons. because I think I'm convinced beyond a shadow of a doubt at this point. I'm manically, insanely convinced that the balloons are only being shot down right now to distract from this Ohio train derailment story. Now, I don't want to get into a whole rant about it because it's not going to be funny. I don't have many funny things to say about it, but I'm just guaranteeing that I think this. They're going to shoot down like so many more balloons because this Ohio train derailment shit is still, it's ongoing. It's an ongoing catastrophe / disaster that the entire government is ignoring and media. Because, it makes everybody look bad. It makes the rail company look bad. It makes the government look bad. Like how the government just, ended that rail strike a few months ago in favor of the rail companies who fucked up this shit and spilled toxic chemicals all over this place in Ohio. And then they burned them all. And it's just like this toxic plume of gas is just drifting aimlessly across the United States and Canada. To distract you from that, they're going to continue to shoot down balloons and drones and little flying objects. So just all that, in my mind, in my opinion, is bullshit. Like they found a balloon. They shot down the first balloon the day after the train derailment. February 3rd was the train derailment. February 4th was the first balloon. And now they're just like, they're searching for them, They're like, we got to find a shit ton of balloons here, or else we're going to have to talk about this train derailment story. So I think that's the whole point, is just they're going to continue to shoot down balloons for as long as is necessary to distract you from the real story. All right, so if you want to talk about balloons, get prepared for me to lay into you for being a sap, for being a dope. A dope! No, it's okay. I don't blame you for being a dope. We're all dopes in different ways. Maybe I'm a dope for thinking that the balloon thing isn't the real story. Maybe there really are crazy balloons and they're surveilling the topography of the United States. Oh my God, what would that mean? What would that mean? Don't we have like satellites everywhere that survey the topography of everywhere? But the balloons, man. No, that's how you sound to me. But you can still call in and tell me about that. I won't make fun of you. I'll have an actual conversation. I'll try. All right, anyway, I'm not going to take that long to get into the calls here because I don't have anything to say. That's about it. So you can start calling now. I'm going to put the number on the screen here. All right, turning off Do Not Disturb. Oh, it's already off. Oh, wait, no, I'm turning it off now. Oh, they made a dedicated button. Google Voice made an improvement. That is kind of shocking. Okay. You can call in now. The number is 518-288-7938. Call in. Talk to me about whatever you want. If you don't have a topic, I'm going to hang up on you immediately. Okay? Here's one.
Call from
Morton Salt.
Morton Salt?
Morton Salt, yeah.
How's it going?
Brand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the only salt I use.
Yeah, I made that salt.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Is that what you would
from
like?
Yeah, I cry all the time, so then like they harvest the salt, so when they dry the tears, it's
Oh, and if you're crying all the time, you're probably depleting your sodium. You probably need to intake a lot more salt.
Well, it's like a paradoxical situation, yeah. So that's like how,
Yeah, which came first, the tears or the salt?
Exactly. They don't know. That's the unanswered question. Anyway.
Yeah, Morton.
I wanted to talk about reading.
Okay.
I had a problem the other day where I was outside in the park and I was reading something and like a book, as you do. Mm-hmm. And we don't really have a reading culture in the United States, so people just like two guys, two men talking about pasta recipes, and I don't know why they're talking about pasta recipes. They're talking about Valentine's Day pasta recipes. They come up to me, like sit down on the bench that I'm sitting on, and they just start talking, basically ignoring my presence, talking at me, basically. And it's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, I'm trying to read here, And it's like I try to like grunt or like move to get their attention or whatever else, and it's like they just don't acknowledge that I'm there at all, and so just they get up and leave, But it's like, if this were Europe or something, you know, I've never been to Europe, but if it were Europe or something, probably they would be more amenable to that, you know, like that's what I think.
So they were, wait, what were they talking about? What recipes?
Pasta recipes. I don't know.
Pasta?
Pasta.
They were walking and talking about pasta recipes, and then they were
No,
like...
they weren't.
this-
Well, they were walking, talking, and then they sat down at the bench.
That's why I'm confused. Like, they needed to take a break.
They needed to stop. Yeah, they were tired from... But they're fat Americans, you know. They just sit... They were walking and talking. They were like, "Oh, we need to take a break." And I don't have anything against America. You know, I'm an American. I mean, you know, not like native born, but you know, like you know, but you know, it's just like you need to have some respect. You know, you need to for your own body first of all, because you can't. You're eating pasta time. You're talking about pasta recipes, and that's you're fat, and that's why you need to take a break while you're just walking to the park, which should be a leisurely activity. You know, but beyond that, respect for other people, you know, who are reading. But the thing, I think they don't understand what I'm doing. Like, requires silence and concentration because they don't read on a regular. You know, that's what I think it is. It's like it's an ignorance thing. You know, they just don't know. And it's like I can't. But
yeah, no, I would agree. Like, because I don't read. I'd never read. What were you reading?
It was a book of like. It was a book of poems by Fernando Pessoa, the Portuguese poet.
Good.
It makes me sound like a homosexual.
Yay,
like,
nay.
You know,
Big Wreck.
Yeah. Big Wreck.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's very good. It's very. I mean, like all of his stuff is really great. I mean, like he was a weird. I'm not gonna get into it too much, but he's a weird guy. Like he wrote under a bunch of different names, and like all the names had like they were called heteronyms. So like you know like a pseudonym is, it's like a fake name, but like it's like but the heteronyms were called that because like he would write as though they were different people, basically, and he gave them like little backgrounds, and it was a weird guy, but
that's neat.
Very, very cool stuff. Yeah, but
you say
anyway, but really,
like
but my
yeah.
Sorry.
No, I was gonna make a terrible joke. It's too late. Go.
Okay. No, I mean, no. My main point is just that you know I think the reading in this country needs to be resolved. The lack of respect for that, you know, because it's just we're all too busy, you know, eating pasta,
right,
to pay attention to what's going. You know, that's where the media is going down the shitter. You know, it's the fucking
because of reading comprehension.
Exactly, it's
dude,
going down.
Counterpoint.
Yeah, give it.
No more reading.
No more reading.
Never again. Well,
I've honestly
like, do you ever do
that,
audio?
Yeah.
Do you ever do audiobooks?
I've never done audiobooks. For some reason I feel like I'm willing to pay for a physical copy of a book because like I own it then. But if I buy like an audiobook, like they can just take it away from me whenever. Like I just feel weird about that. It's like I don't like owning digital stuff. You know?
In reality, I do agree with what you're saying, but on the internet where we are right now, I'm going to disagree with you for fun.
Mm-hmm.
So,
right.
No, audiobooks, that's going to be, like, why learn to read when you can have everything read to you, especially considering that you can have everything read to you in the future by any celebrity that you want.
Like, you're talking about the AIs that
replicate
it's
like you could just, every single web page, just like, who do you want to read this to you? And you can just pick from a huge drop-down list of celebrities. Like, why even bother reading if, like, you could always have it delivered directly to you, because you can multitask when you're, you know, you could have been walking and hearing these poems from Joe Biden. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You could have been eating the pasta, making the pasta while you were listening to that. That's
you're getting
yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right.
So then it transcends that. It's multi-pasta. You know, I don't know what to say. Okay, yeah.
Dude, it's good talking to you, man. Thanks for calling in.
Right. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, love the show.
All right, bye-bye. Dude, nice. Quick calls, getting straight to the point. That's what we like. I was trying this last week to edit down a call-in show, which I've considered so many times. So much work. I'm trying to get it from like 4 hours to 1 hour. So much
Call
work.
from
Jeremy.
to accept.
Was that Jeremy?
Oh, Jimmy.
Jimmy, how's it going?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you doing?
Great. What is your topic today? What do you want to talk about?
So what I want to talk about is I went on a road trip the other day from Kentucky to Tennessee, and I saw probably the most cursed bumper sticker I had seen in a long time, and I felt the need to talk about it. So just to paint a picture for you, it was a 2-foot tall bumper sticker, which takes up a lot of real estate on the back of a car.
It's like a whole bumper.
And, oh yeah, not even bumper. They're just going for the full back. And it was a 2-foot tall Minion, completely geared out in tactical gear, camo, rifle, goggles, and whatever. And I just can't. My brain is still. I can't handle the combination of like pure childhood, the infantilism of like a Minion, right? But then the militarism, like layered on top of that, like trying to get into the head of the person that would see that, and it was huge. Like I don't even know if like they make those in mass. Like I have to almost wonder if it was like a custom made deal that someone was like, oh yeah, like that, no other bumper stickers, just that. That's what I need. That's going on the back. That is who I am. The synthesis of who I am as an individual.
Did it have like a slogan or anything? Was there any text?
No slogan. No text. That was it.
So it's up to your own interpretation.
Yeah, it's a Rorschach test.
Dude, and you failed. Because you thought that was a bad thing.
You think it's a good thing?
That's how Rorschach tests work. They say, is this good or bad?
Yeah, I thought it was bad.
I think it sounds like a great image. I mean, it sounds hilarious. I don't understand the significance of putting it on a car. I don't know what that means exactly.
It just hurts me. It just hurts me because I feel like it's like the combination of like you have like this innocent child thing, and then you like take it, and then you militarize it. I mean, kind of like what you're referencing earlier, like the hyper militarization of like Super Bowl and stuff like that, of just every way you can seep in.
But the Minions like aren't even a children's thing. I don't need, like I think of Minions exclusively as like a boomer thing at this point.
Well, right. It was intentionally a children's thing that got co-opted as a boomer thing, and like I don't understand why. Like why is that the thing that stuck of all like the infant things that could possibly exist?
We could do a whole show on the Minions. The Minions are a potent cultural force right now.
Yeah, like I don't know, but I think it's like I usually like see the Minions in the context of like Facebook or something. Not that I use Facebook anymore, but when I used to like go through like the trenches of Facebook, you know, you would see the cursed boomer like Minions meme. It's like the problem with kids nowadays is no one snaps green beans with grandma, and you're like, oh God, I want to die, you know. But now, I saw one like, huh?
The Minions are extremely trad.
But I saw one in the wild. I think that's the part that hurts the most. So I was just like, God, I thought this was just like an internet thing. It's like it's broken through. Like they're out there now, and we can't stop them.
What's next? If people are comfortable putting them on their cars, what's coming next down the Minion lane?
I don't know. Exactly.
All right, we'll have to think about that. Hey, but thank you for calling in.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Have a good one.
Have a good day.
Bye.
Dude, the Minions are powerful. How many Minions movies are there just separate from even, I don't know, I saw Despicable Me 10 years ago or whatever. I was too old for it, but I still saw it. The Minions were clearly the best part. You know who's the worst part? Steve Carell. Not funny in that movie. Not a good voice. Really phoning it in.
Call from
Tony.
Cody!
Hey!
How's it going, bro?
All right, so I wasn't going to call, but that guy said Minions. I remember the story where I went to a buffet one time with some coworkers, and we heard like people talking in another language next to us, like at another table going like, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, they sound like fucking Minions.
Maybe they were doing that. Maybe they learned Minionese.
That would be worse. That'd be worse than my friend being mildly racist.
Yeah, what do you think they were? What did they look like?
I have no idea. You know, I went like out the other day to like San Diego and like went a bunch of places with my family, and like almost every conversation I overheard was in English.
In San Diego?
Yeah.
You're close to the border. That's real close to the border.
Yeah, but it's also like tons of like white people also like not speaking English.
What?
Yeah, like they're speaking like I don't know. I don't know. I have the one language, and I can't read or write or do math.
Did you have to learn another language in high school?
No, I didn't have to high school.
Oh, nice.
I left.
Oh,
At some point, I realized they have to physically make me, and they're not gonna.
Yeah, it's so true. I was thinking about this recently, like how there's like in high school. You might not know this because it's sort of you had to be there sort of thing. But in high school, there's all these like cool kids who think they're so badass and like they don't pay attention and shit, but they're still there. It's like, how cool do you think you are? Like, you're still going to high school every day and just not paying attention. Like, that's not cool. The cool kids just don't go. You're like, this shit sucks, man, but I'm going to sit here for 8 hours every single day. That's not cool.
In my hot topic, blah, blah, blah.
I don't need this shit teach, but I am going to be here on time every single day because my mommy and daddy said I have to. So good on you for just not going.
Yeah. I just dropped out and got a GED like someone who just wanted to work, I guess. Right.
Hey, I forgot to download one of the vids, but I'm gonna during one of the breaks I'm gonna get one of those vids set up for the end of the stream.
Dude, I gotta show you this lossless application that apparently I gotta start using it too. That can like, you know how there's always a little bit of like data loss when you like re-upload something.
Yeah.
Like, this thing can make not do that happen.
At which point? Like, before, like, do you record in OBS?
Yeah, so I record stuff in OBS, and then I put it together in stupid-ass Filmora, which I feel like I shouldn't even tell people because they totally, like, copyright people who use their shit.
I've never even heard of that. What is it?
Filmora, it's like the one that like a bunch of YouTubers shield. Just if someone's interested, just get Adobe, or not Adobe, get fucking DaVinci Resolve, right? Because it's free. Yeah. If anyone wants to be a stupid like tuber or something, like they should take it from me that like usually the best software is free and open source because it's made by a nerd who gives a shit, as opposed to like a company can just take that open source software, change a few things and be like, oh, it's WavePad. We'll charge you $80 and another $80 for like features that we break into individual pieces.
Yeah, if you want to make anything, you should absolutely use all the free stuff. Like, if you find eventually that they're not enough, then at that point is when you should change. But like, you shouldn't be like, oh, I can't make anything because I have to buy $1,000 worth of software and equipment. That's just a complete lie, and you're wrong. You're just saying that so that you don't have to make anything.
And the people who told me that are bad.
Good. Classic. All right, hey.
All right, well.
Good talking to you, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for calling in. All right, bye-bye. Zip, zip, zip. Zippity pace. My God, I'm loving this. I'm feeling energetic. The second half of that call makes no sense to anybody, though. I realize I did not explain that to the audience. Cody makes these videos. Cody makes videos. All right? You're going to see one at the end of the show. That's about as far as I can get into it right now.
Call from
Ryan from Florida.
Ryan from Florida. How's it going?
Yo, is this the man, the myth, the legend?
Yes. Is this the man, the myth, the legend, Ryan from Florida?
Yo, I'm a long-time listener, man. Been following you for a while now. It's glad to finally to talk to you.
First-time caller?
Yeah. But the topic I want to talk about today is the Twitter files. Elon Musk, all that jazz.
What about hit us, baby?
Yo, what do you think about the whole thing about like Elon Musk paying $44 billion just to expose the system?
I think that's good. I think the next thing Elon Musk should buy is an election.
Maybe.
Like, he could just say, I'm going to be the governor of California. And then he pays off all the people who need to be paid off. And everyone can say, no, we don't want you to be the governor. He's like, well, too late. I bought the election. I'm your governor now. And then they could expose how that works.
Huh.
That's a hot take, isn't it?
It is a hot take.
Yeah.
Fucking.
It's spicy. All right, but what about the Twitter files? Like, I only paid attention to like the first couple rounds. I don't know how many have happened because like the first ones, all the ones that happened that I read, I was like, this is obviously fucked up. But I already assumed all this was happening, so it wasn't like.
Well, but ain't that just the thing though? Like for years, I like me myself. I've been shadow banned before for nonsense. And then now here we are years later after I've been kicked around and thrown out of this, that, the other thing. And now it's time like, hey, I was right. And everyone's just like, yeah, no, but who cares?
Now you know that Adam Schiff specifically shadow banned you. He sent an email to someone at Twitter. So what sticks out to you the most then? For people who don't know the Twitter files, maybe give a little explainer about like what sort of things.
Yeah. Quick rundown. So long story short about the Twitter files, right, is like there was a quote unquote conspiracy, right, that the FBI and the government officials were working with these social media companies to pretty much like silence some narratives that were factually true from happening. And the biggest one was the New York Post, I believe, one of like some major journalist that posted some incriminating things about our current administration, which they pretty much
the Hunter Biden laptop stuff.
Yeah. And pretty much like because like that, even though yes it was true, it was still silenced during the election process, which really hindered the American discourse on the subject, which is now like, this is like social engineering to the max. And like all the conspiracy theorists were like, the government helped. And everyone else is like, nah, you're crazy. And then come to find out, conspiracy theorists were kind of like, oh, whoops, they were right.
Well, I remember when that shit was going on during the election. There was like the Hunter Biden laptop story. It was like some Hunter Biden left his laptop to be repaired at some place. And then the laptop repairman, he never came back for it. And then the laptop repairman, he turned it into authorities or something. I don't remember. But there's a lot
wild shit. And then Project Veritas got a hold of it, and they got shot up to the fucking to
this
the national
center. There's a bunch of crazy
center.
shit on Hunter Biden's laptop that would have, been detrimental to Joe Biden's chances. We can't say that it would ultimately that would be the nail in the coffin or anything. But there was that. But like when I was during that time, I remember like Glenn Greenwald and Edward Snowden, those sorts of people were talking about it because it was this whole thing where former U.S. intelligence officers were coming out and saying that was Russian disinformation. Yeah. Everything regarding the laptop was Russian disinformation, and it was former U.S. intelligence people. So it's like former spies. They have this grip on America where they're like, we have this authority. We can just say that's fake, and anybody who posts it, like they're engaging in misinformation, they need to be banned. And Twitter went along with that, like, no problem. And
not only that, but, like, there was, so that's internet talk, right? Like, what happens on the internet? Who gives a shit? Like, honestly. But, like, the real-world applications of this shit, like, if you go to, like, your universities or colleges and you try talking about this, the younger generation, they're going to call you crazy and get you fucking canceled in real life.
Yeah, you're just like, you're a boomer and you're alt-right boomer type, you can automatically be categorized into, like, 8 unsavory categories. And
but what's crazy is
your
the
entire
fact
opinion can be discounted.
But what's crazy is the fact that like doesn't matter what political like opinion you have on this. It's just like the facts are the facts, right? Like in the facts are the facts. Who cares what side you're on? It's just the fact that like, there's a huge overreach of government policy.
Facts are about to become a thing of the past. With all like the deep fake shit, like facts are just gonna become a matter of opinion like everything else.
No. That's the beauty of fucking truth, man. Fucking.
No way, dude.
But dude, it was good to get your take on the Twitter files. I don't want to keep it for too long. I want to give other people a chance to get a call in. Man, I hope to talk to you again real soon. Fucking.
All right.
No, next time you do one of these shows.
Yeah, hell yeah. Have a great day, bro.
You as well.
Bro. Oh, whoa. Immediate.
Call from.
I'm not dead.
Who's this?
This is Caleb from a few call-in shows back. Remember it was a show called The Last Call-In Show.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
There was somebody who called saying they had a meth head roommate, or neighbor that was talking like V for Vendetta?
Vaguely, I do.
That's me.
Right. Wait, so
I'm not.
that was the guy who like he sent you those very strange texts that made no sense?
Yes.
Okay, I
That's him.
actually do remember that because that one really stuck out to me because I thought that guy was gonna kill you.
Well, he didn't. I still haven't seen him in a while, so I think he's probably gone
He's
somewhere
just
else.
gone. All right, good. All right, so he's just some harmless crazy guy.
Yeah, now he's just a vagrant crazy guy instead of a crazy guy neighbor.
Getting into hijinks all across this great nation.
Yeah, he's probably out raiding some hot dog stand in Ohio.
Hey, so Caleb, today the topic is whatever the hell you want. So what is your topic that you want to talk about today?
Well, I was wondering if we could talk about deserted places.
Sure. Nothing is off limits.
Well, that's kind of off my list.
Well, okay.
It's like,
You know what I mean. All right, what kind of deserted place are you talking about?
Well, I'm trying to determine if this is a good idea. So there's a place nearby. It's an abandoned nursing home. It got flooded out in the floods of 2011.
Mm-hmm.
And they shut it down because they couldn't afford repairs to repair water damage for a 3-story place. And I haven't been there yet, but I'm really considering going. I just don't know whether or not there'll be like some old world diseases there or something like that.
Just wear a mask, bro. Mask protects against all.
That's true.
Right?
It does change a lot of things.
Can diseases, how long do they last? I think you're fine.
I'm not sure, because it would be like a very damp environment.
But, oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, but like...
But it is also wintertime-ish, so maybe they've frozen up by now.
When did you say that it became abandoned? 2011?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, go in there. Just do it.
Yeah.
Just do it.
I like doing that. I like finding lots of decrepit, rundown kind of things and just exploring. I once went to a scrapyard with my brother, and it was like the muddiest, rainiest day. There are puddles of oily water all over the place, and you'd have to like walk over car doors to like not step in it. And I thought it was great. It was like a big jungle gym with tetanus.
So what are you doing there? You just check it out? You take pictures, or is it just
hanging out, just getting the feel of the place?
For some vibes?
It's like mountain climbing, right? You're not really there to do anything. You're just there to experience, to feel it. Except for this, it's kind of like on the negative side of things, right? Where it's like you can watch, it's like mountain climbing is watching like Indiana Jones. It's all about the journey and this grand reveal. And exploration, like urban exploration, is kind of like watching like a documentary about somebody that murdered a bunch of people. You're like, wow, this is really run down. This is good, but I need more.
Have you ever come across vagrant squatter type folks?
Not yet, but I always bring food just in case.
You bring food?
Yeah, like
nice.
sandwich and Chex Mix, something like that. That way, it's like if they are like cracked out, you'd be like, wait, I don't have money, but I got some food, and then I could just throw that at them and run away.
Do the crackheads want food?
I mean, probably. Crack. I don't know. If you're spending all your money on crack, you're probably hungry.
That's true. That's fair. Good point.
Come on, feed your local crackheads. That's today's message.
Hey, what a great message to end on. Thank you for calling in, bro. Good hearing from you.
Have a good one.
All right, bye-bye. Feed your local crackheads. But, then it's like, the same thing with stray animals, and they're going to start coming back.
Call from
They're going to know that you're a
Joe.
food source. Who? Joel or Joe?
Joe.
Joe, what's up, Joe?
Oh, nothing. Honestly, I didn't think I would get on. I've called like 100 times.
Is this Catholic Joe?
Catholic Joe. New York Joe.
Is it?
Yeah, when I was younger.
Joe, you're back, baby. What happened? You converted? What are you now? Jewish Joe?
Sure.
All right, you're nondescript, Joe. That's fine. Whatever.
Yeah, let's go with Jewish.
All
Sure.
right, Joe, what do you want to talk about, if not your religion?
I don't know. How do you feel about ghosts?
Joe,
Want to talk
hang
about
on.
ghosts?
What? Guns?
Ghosts.
Ghosts? How do I feel
I mean, I
about
can talk about guns if you want. I'm not very well versed on guns.
No, I just misheard you. Ghosts?
Yeah.
My feelings are... I don't have... what do you think about ghosts? You start.
I have some pretty spooky stories
Okay.
that could have been ghosts, I think. But, I mean, that's open to interpretation, I guess.
Well, let's interpret together. Tell us.
Okay, yeah. All right, let's do it. I was living in this house. I was pretty sure it was built in the 1920s.
Mm.
And it just looked really old and decrepit. All the doors were really old. It didn't have a central heating or cooling system. And I just noticed there was indentations on the cabinets. And I shined a light underneath, and I could see like an old-timey nurse symbol and like crosses. And when I looked at the circuit breaker, it had really strange names like operating room and cutting room and waiting room. So I was like, that's really strange.
Mm-hmm.
So one day I just thought, oh, I'm going to go look for an attic or something like that. And so, because I could tell there was an attic, but I couldn't find one. I couldn't even find an opening for one. So I looked in all the closets upstairs. There are 3 rooms upstairs, and they each had a closet. So I looked in the rooms, I looked in the closet, and finally in the last room, in the closet, there was a space where it was plastered over, and then the door slammed shut. I'm not even kidding.
Mm. Were you
So,
actively
immediate
searching
thought-
for ghosts? Like you're searching all these closets trying to find a ghost?
No, I was looking for the attic. I didn't even think about
Oh,
ghosts.
okay. I see.
So immediate thought was, oh, my roommate's fucking with me.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, ha, very funny. Let me out. No response. Dead silence. Okay. And I check, and it's locked.
Ooh.
It locks from the outside for some reason. I know, right?
Joe's getting
So
a
then
little
I was like,
spooked in
okay.
here.
I won't look for the attic, and the door opened. I shit you not.
Whoa. You shit me not, or do you shit me? Yes.
I
me
shit
do.
you not,
Shit
sir.
me do me.
I shit you not.
I feel like this is
So-
shit. This is some shit. I'm supposed to believe this shit?
I mean, believe it or not,
All right, well, Joe,
I
give
didn't have
me...
anything else to talk about. You put me on the spot.
No. So this is a ghost. But Joe, give me your quick, full rundown on ghosts. Like, what do they do? What are the rules of ghosts? Why does a ghost stay in a house? Is it like some sort of horrible trauma and they're like locked there? What are your theories on ghosts?
Well, that time, I'm pretty sure he was just hanging out upstairs because I could also see him pacing. I could see somebody walking upstairs.
What do you mean you could see them? What does that mean?
So it was like old floorboards, and you could see him like creak and move if somebody was walking upstairs. And yet we would all be downstairs. There were 4 of us. We'd chill in the living room or whatever. We could still see somebody walking around up there.
You could see the floorboards moving?
Yeah,
Above you?
you know how like dust and whatnot from the ceiling,
Yeah.
and you could see him like moving down. It was an old house.
So
They should have been condemned.
Well, so
I'm
what's
not
your
sure why I
theory?
lived there.
what's your theory? Like, why? Like, do ghosts just hang out in houses because they like them, or is it like they're stuck there because they got murdered, or like, do you have a theory?
Maybe he got murdered there. I'm not ruling it out. Could have been doing some malpractice stuff, and then got what was coming to him.
Oh, you think it was the doctor ghost?
Oh, I definitely think it was the doctor.
Why? What makes you say definitely?
So the upstairs was built later than the first story.
Mm-hmm.
So that to get upstairs, you had to go outside and take steps up
Mm-hmm.
to the upstairs, and that's where all the rooms were.
Mm.
So we'd have to leave the house, go up the steps on the outside, and go into the apartment upstairs. Then we'd be hanging out in the kitchen, the living room, and there was just like an entry room downstairs. So I think it was the doctor. Because another time, I have another story. If you want me to tell it, I know you're very skeptical.
I didn't even understand the connection there. You had to walk outside and upstairs to the bedrooms, and that's why it was the doctor?
He definitely lived upstairs.
Ghosts can't go traverse.
I mean, I'm not ruling it. It could have been someone else. I don't know.
This is why I'm asking your theory on ghosts, because I feel like we need to establish some rules to the ghost universe.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna throw it out.
Yep.
Yeah, probably unresolved business, like the movie Ghost.
Like he's what? What's his unresolved? But he's the bad guy. The unresolved business would be the people he's working on.
Yeah, maybe he was a bad guy. That's why I thought it was the doctor, or maybe it was somebody he murdered. I'm just not ruling it out.
All right. You're not ruling it out. That makes sense. All right, Joe.
Yeah.
Thank you for telling us about this. It's interesting. I don't know. We gotta dissect that a bit at a later time.
Yeah, chew on it. Think about it. I'll call back.
Chew on that a little bit. All right. Thanks for calling, Joe.
Thank you.
Bye. Nice. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. Is like just ghosts. Like, I want to understand the rules. I feel like everyone's got their own little rules for what ghosts can and can't do. Ooh, suspected spam caller.
Call from Maya. To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
I'm
To accept, press...
Hello?
Hello?
Hello, Maya?
Is this a minute hour?
Yes? Is this Maya?
Oh, wow. Yeah, you sound really different.
I'm sick. I'm excited. What minute hour voice do you want to hear?
Oh, I'm sorry. I really did not expect to get on so easily. And I'm nervous. Okay.
Hey, take it easy. There's no I'll do all the talking if you want. You don't even have to say a single word on this call. I can take it from here.
Okay. What do you want to talk about?
What Maya wants to talk about today is telephones. How did they get so crazy? They started as like a little rotary shit, and now they're a computer. That's shit's great. All right, never mind, Maya.
Okay.
That was time for you to think of a topic. I was delaying for you. That was all so that you could think of something.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank you for being understanding. Okay, I don't have anything interesting, so I'm just gonna bitch about crappy architecture.
Go for it.
Okay, so I think here in the 90s, people demolished their houses in the cities and built apartment buildings.
Where is here, if I may ask?
Europe.
Okay, somewhere in Europe.
Yeah. And I guess they did not spend a lot of money on this, and I don't know how qualified the architects were, but some buildings are kind of insane. The house, I used to rent an apartment on the 6th floor, and it had the worst staircase ever. Every single step was a different height, and some steps were 2 or maybe 1 inch in height, and some were way too high, and it was a spiraling staircase, so it was so every step wasn't rectangular, it was kind of triangular. It narrowed in the middle. Yeah. And
So
but my rent was cheap.
You're upset that like maybe you might fall and break your neck and die on this staircase?
Yeah, and every time I passed by someone on the stairs, they would tell me, be careful, because these stairs are horrible.
Yeah.
And it's a good thing I don't wear high heels, because it would be impossible. Or if I would go out and get drunk, I would just have to lay down
You just crawl
on the first floor and
Yeah.
die there.
What I do when I'm too drunk for stairs, I just go into animal mode. I use all 4 of my limbs in equal proportion, and I crawl up the stairs. You keep your center of gravity real close to the stairs. It's hard to fall that way. These stairs sound, in order to look on the bright side of these stairs, you could say that they're whimsical.
Yeah.
It's sort of like,
guess.
It's like in a movie, like in Harry Potter or something, you'd see those stairs and be like, oh, those crazy wizards are so whimsical. It's not about functionality. It's about just like, oh, doesn't that look interesting to me? I don't know what whimsical actually means, I don't think.
That makes sense. And actually, because every step was so different, I could tell how much more I had to go up just by looking at them. They had individual characters. There was one that wasn't even horizontal. It was...
There's so much character in that staircase. This is a blessing, Maya.
Yeah.
Despite the potential death and injury.
Surprisingly, I haven't heard of anyone dying because of it, but it did ruin my shoes because you can't put your whole foot on the steps, so you have to scrape against the upper one. And so I have marks. Each time I go up the steps, I have another mark on my brand new shoe.
Nice. These steps are a horror. They're terrorizing your whole community.
Yeah, but my rent was cheaper because I was on the 6th floor. It was the top floor, and basically it couldn't be rented out to elderly people or children because they would not be able to go up there. So
6 floors with no elevator?
Yeah.
Maya, you're living in a third world country. All right, hey, it was great talking to you. What?
Thank you for talking to me.
All right, hey, yeah, it was great calling. Thank you for calling in.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Nice. Excuse me. It's a grab bag topic today. We can talk about ghosts. We can talk about the Twitter files. We can talk about stairs. Whatever you want to talk about. Besides the minute hour. Let's not do that. And I'm going to take a quick break right now. With that in mind, just going to take a break for a little bit of music. Oh, forgot to mention all the music on the stream today is from this Canadian band called Soggy Beard. Just some cool, folk rock, and actually we're gonna get into some weirder stuff. Not as folk rocky as the first things that we're listening to. There's 2 albums that I'm playing from them, 2 EPs rather. The links to both are in the description of this video on Bandcamp. I think I saw someone in the chat said they were on Spotify too. I don't use Spotify, so I didn't look that up. But I'll be back in 2 minutes and 35 seconds, and we'll be doing more calls then. Rodents with rodents and birds with birds, and hills from crop circles and drawings turn to words. The kids ran the meeting and frogs fell like rain. We all took pictures and we put them on display. Thank God you were there to capture the moment decay.
I got an implant in my head, and I can hear what you think. Your sexual perversions only come out when you drink. If murder was holy, then we'd all be saints. Instead of fucking, we'd be killing. Wash our hands off in the sink. I got a full of piss and vinegar. Why don't you jump right in? I call upon your apparitions. Let them sink under my skin. It's a nice day for an argument. Wouldn't you agree? I never thought you'd be so kind to come and upset me. It was an unrelated metaphor. A steam bath in Spain. It took a lot of words inside my head to bother going things. Bother going things. Bother growing pains. Bother growing
Okay. Oh, have I been super quiet this whole stream? God damn. Really cannot figure out this goddamn shit. Pisses me off.
Call from
Boner.
Boner? Boner?
Boner.
Toner?
Yeah.
This doesn't sound like toner.
Oh, do I have like too much life in my voice or
Okay,
something?
now I hear you. Yeah, I did hear it. Yeah, that's
Oh,
exactly what it
yeah.
was.
I just I had to neutralize myself a bit to be more recognizable.
Yeah, toner is not this excited.
No.
What's up, Toner?
Good.
How you
I'm
doing,
in a good
bruh?
mood today. I'm doing all right. Actually, I was just calling to ask how you were doing.
That's the topic you have?
Yeah, just what you've been up to.
Well, the normal shit. Just working on, content creation for the world, for the good of the world, obviously.
You got the whole chunk thing going on as a,
yes.
Proud chunker.
Yes, absolutely.
Proud support.
And we'll be talking about Chunk. I'll be mentioning Chunk. At some point, I'm going to be just loading up the call-in show with Chunk ads. People are going to get sick of Chunk.
Wouldn't you be, becoming what you, swore to destroy in that case?
The way that I look at it is if I'm advertising for something that I actually care about, I'm better than, everybody.
That's true.
Everybody else just shills for, Surfshark and fucking Shen or whatever. They advertise for corporations and I advertise for myself.
That's very fair. Speaking of advertising for corporations, I'm applying to those kind of evil jobs lately,
A while ago, I remember we talked about you were working on Facebook analytic type stuff.
Yeah. Those are the kind of jobs that I'm applying for right now. The whole I'm gonna use your anonymously collected data to sell advertisements to you. So
that's what you got experience in.
Evil. But at the same time, I'm also applying to breweries and shit. So I'm dealing with
those are the forces of
that
good.
Personal conflict. I know, no, literally. Do I choose? It's quite literally very black and white. Do I choose to be evil or do I make alcohol again and make less money?
Dude, that's the joys we all face every day in the morning.
Yeah.
Should we go to our evil jobs or should we just drink all day?
No, literally.
What do you think's gonna happen? If you had to guess.
If I had to guess, the whole job search thing is not the most lucrative, I've come to realize, and there are lots of positions where I feel like I'd be a shoo-in for, and I just get dropped instantly. So it's kind of disheartening.
What makes
but I feel like the chances.
What's the dropping point?
I don't even know. There was one that I was like, oh, this is it, because it was like an entry level
social media analytics position for like an alcohol distributor, and I was like, oh, well, look at this, it's
alcohol
perfect,
related,
literally
yeah.
perfect, yeah. And I'm like, well, I have experience in literally both of these things. And they really just weren't really willing to talk. So that kind of, oh, you know, you hear about those tech layoffs with like Meta and stuff.
Probably
yeah,
like
a lot of those
all the
people,
big tech companies are laying off like 5 to 20,000 employees each.
Yeah. I realized that those people are applying for the jobs that I'm applying for.
Oh, no.
So if I had to say, the most likely thing will probably be the brewery.
Toner, I think
That's
you
fun.
should go full moonshiner, shantytown type guy. Like, just start living in the woods, making your hooch, selling it to...
You say that?
Mm-hmm.
I got the whole plan. Like, one day that'll be reality, but for now, this is totally not true. Everything that I'm about to say is an entire performance act and cannot hold me in any way accountable.
Are we recording this
for
for your future applications or something?
No, actually, believe it or not, like a few distilleries like admit that their distillers or whatever were moonshiners before they were like distilleries. So it's not atypical. But I got the whole moonshining thing going pretty strong. I did like another gin run recently. I got a bunch of orders and I'm about to fill out after tomorrow. Yeah.
Orders?
Yeah.
People are buying you? I thought you were just an alcoholic making moonshine. But you're actually selling
not just
it?
for me. I mean, no, I'm not selling it.
What are orders then? What does that mean?
It means that I give it to people and they give me money.
You're generating a buzz in the community.
Yeah.
You're getting people buzzed, and that's how you generate a buzz, baby.
First one's free.
And it's so good. The people are they get hooked.
Yeah. The one thing I got to figure out is like shipping. You know, that's going to be the tricky bit.
I couldn't figure that out with my soup.
With soup?
Because I was getting so into soup, and I wanted to like start selling my soup, and that would be like my main export besides YouTube videos would be soup.
Yeah, dude.
But the shipping is insane.
The whole evil and good thing? That's the good route. The good route is chunk and soup.
I would love to sell chunky soup through Chunk, but I couldn't figure out the shipping. I'm just like you. It was like $20 to ship a pint of soup.
Dang.
That's not sustainable.
That's unreasonable.
Yeah, no.
But
so, I bet moonshine is similar. Although, can you even ship alcohol?
No, you can't. But I know some tricks. If you take and this goes for like legally purchased, legally made stuff as well. If you want to ship a bottle of bourbon to your friend or whatever, what you can do is you can put it in a box and stuff it real tingly with packing things like paper and stuff, and then you put nuts and bolts and things that make a jingly jingle jangle feeling and noise. So when the people at the processing places are messing with it, they don't get sloshing action. They get, jingle jangle instead.
So it's a harmless, destroyed Christmas ornament in this box.
Exactly.
What is illegal about moonshine, by the way? Is it just you're not following the proper codes, or what? Do you have to have a permit or something?
Things. It's rooted in prohibition. It really is, which is silly. But it's a lot of it is tax related. So
nice.
What people are most angry about, and what usually gets you in trouble, is selling things without them being taxed.
Right.
Alcohol gets taxed the shit out of. But also there's a safety aspect as well. because, I mean, not in my case since I like knew how to do it at work and it's no different me doing it at home. But when you do like distill alcohol, you do produce like poison essentially. And if you don't know how to like remove that poison, then, you know, you drink enough of it and you will go blind.
Oh, so that is rooted in truth.
Yeah, yeah.
I always thought that was an old wives' tale.
No, it's true. Yeah, you drink enough
What compound?
of it.
What compound is poisonous that you're producing?
Mostly, so the big scary one is methanol, but you actually don't make that much of it. Not a lot of what could be in there, in addition to methanol, is also like acetone and.
Oh, that's like nail polish remover.
You know, actually, I do. I keep the poison juice in a little mason jar with like a skull and crossbones. And use it for like, yeah, you can use it for nail polish remover, light things on fire.
I remember an ancient YouTube video that said that you could use acetone to get like double your gas mileage. If you like pour a little bit of acetone in your tank. I'm not suggesting this, but I remember a video clearly that said that was like a hack. It was like 10 hacks for increasing your gas mileage, and that was the biggest
I wonder
one.
if that's like a short-term gain, if it just really fucks your car in the long run.
That's what my teacher said
but I
in
have
6th
heard
grade.
that like you could power a lawnmower with it though.
Nice.
Like yeah.
That was what my teachers were saying to me. I was bringing it up in 6th grade because I was like being the based student who was like, the gas companies are fucking us. You got to put acetone in your car. And my teachers were like, I think that will cause your car to be utterly destroyed in a matter of months. I was like, I don't know.
You're just trying to speak the truth. You know, the establishment's trying to keep down the fact that it's big gas, honestly.
Big gas? Why don't they mix the acetone in beforehand? Because it destroys your car?
I know.
Oh, I get it. It's hard. All right. Hey, Toner, thanks for calling in. It was good talking to you about moonshine.
Yeah, of course. All right, you take care.
All right,
and hope you're doing all right.
Oh, yeah, I am. Yeah, yeah, I'm doing good. Thanks for calling and asking.
Yeah.
Whoops. That was a rude time to hang up. Usually you say goodbye. Okay, anyway. I'm sorry, Toner.
Call from
Marlon.
Martin?
Hey.
Yo. How's it going, bro?
What up?
Yo, shit. Nothing, bro. Just hanging out, talking shit.
All right.
Yeah.
Anyway, I wanted to talk about here in my little small community, there's a water treatment plant just up the road. Recently, a guy got fired there because apparently he was supposed to be putting fluoride into the water, you know, as regular maintenance shit, right? And he was not. No one knows where all the fluoride went, but it's just gone, and it's been not in the water for at least 5 years. And now that they're starting to put the fluoride into the water, I taste it.
Oh, no, because you got used to the non-fluoridated water?
Yeah. Ugh.
What does it taste like?
Have you ever been to Vegas or a big city and drank their tap water?
Yes.
Kind of like that.
Yeah. So there's just there's something wrong with it. Something off. Well, what do you think? So, should they go back?
I don't know.
What was this guy? Was this guy like a conspiracy theorist who thought that he was complicit in the poisoning of his small community?
Yeah, something like that. Man, it is so... I just wanted to get that off my chest to someone because it has been bothering me. Like, there's been a news story about a month ago when he got fired and they finally noticed, and then just nothing since.
Which part's been bothering you?
It's just no one knows what happened to all the fluoride.
Are you in the bathtub right now? I hear like sloshing.
Oh, no, I was just getting water from... I bought the new water tank tower purified water thing.
Oh. So you're taking this seriously?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's one of those water purifier, you like pour tap water into it and it does something and makes it delicious and filtered?
No, it's a big jug.
What does it do?
Of water.
Oh, it's just a jug.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Well, what'd they do to this guy? They
arrested him.
Good God. For neglect or what?
Neglect, government tampering and whatnot.
Because he didn't put chemicals in the water.
Mm-hmm. Well, the fluoride is supposedly supposed to... Young people drink it and it helps make their teeth strong or whatever.
Right. It's just interesting that someone be arrested for not putting the fluoride in the water. So yeah, that's a good question though, is where's the fluoride? Like maybe he was selling that shit? What can you do with fluoride even?
I don't know. People are thinking he just dumped it in the desert.
I think they just dumped it in the river. Just contaminate some other water. Oh, that's interesting. Hey, that's a weird one. How small is this community?
It's less than 15,000.
Okay. Not bad. All right, well, how do you feel about it? You feel better now that the fluoride's back, or what?
I just don't want my water tasting like in Las Vegas and Phoenix and whatnot. It's gross.
Do you think they're adding different shit now that's making it do this?
All the other places around were already adding that shit in, and because of this guy, he was just making sure that there was none in here. The water tastes different, natural, clean, whatnot.
So it tasted better when he wasn't putting the fluoride in.
Yeah.
I mean, you should, I don't know, take that to your local town council or something. Be like, hey, the water tastes bad again. I was really liking when it tasted good. Why don't we just give kids fluoride at the dentist?
Well, that's all I wanted to talk about.
Okay. Well, hey, it was good talking to you, man. Thanks for calling in.
All right, later.
Bye-bye. I don't know. Makes you think.
Call from
Thomas.
Hello?
Hey.
Who's this?
This is Thomas. How's it
Thomas.
going?
Oh, hey, Thomas. How's it going?
Pretty good. Chilling. I just stepped outside. Maybe I'll step back inside since you actually picked up.
You can do that. Sounds cold out there.
It's actually, dude, it's like 40 degrees in Minnesota.
Oh,
shocking.
shit. Hell yeah.
I know, dude. That's why I'm going for a walk, honestly.
It's unseasonably warm here as well.
Yeah. Well, how warm is it there?
Same. It's in the 40s. We've only had like one cold day this whole winter where it was like in the negatives briefly, but the rest of the time it's been in the 30s and 20s and 40s.
We've had just a weird week of that, but we've definitely had our fair share of like really negative temperatures.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to live out there.
So I just ate some food and I was going out. I've been taking a lot of pictures recently, so I was going out to take some pictures and go for a walk. I love a good walk after I eat some food.
Seems like a good plan.
Yeah, I've been taking this class at community college where we've been developing prints in the darkroom. which has been new and fun.
Yeah, I did that in.
Nice.
I had a high school class where we did that. It was awesome.
See, that's cool as fuck. My high school had nothing near as cool as that.
No, dude, it was by far the coolest thing in my high school, and nobody took advantage of it. But like, we had to get the actual film cameras and do the whole darkroom shit, and it was cool.
Yeah, it's very fun to like. I guess when each frame of the photo costs like $1, and then like each development piece of paper you use to like make a print costs like $1. You're like, you sit and you think about what you're gonna do with that $2 before you like just fuck around and hit the shutter, you know?
Right, because you're also creating labor for yourself later.
Exactly.
It's like, I have to physically spend time and effort developing each individual photo. So it'll be a huge waste of my time if I'm just gonna take pictures of every random thing.
So I have a question. Now that you were very sick. Now that you're no longer sick, are you like feeling normal again? But you know when you just stop being sick and normal feels like you're a god.
I'm not there yet. I'm in the point where it's like I don't feel sick, like the bad feeling you get when you're sick, or just tired and don't want to do anything. I'm beyond that, but I still have like all this leftover mucus and coughing shit, so I'm not fully there.
I see. Well, I commend you for getting on and doing the radio show regardless.
Dude, I'm a saint, right?
Yes, I know.
Yes. Dude, but what about you? Was that your question? Do I feel like a god right now?
Yeah, there's like that one day when especially if you've been really sick, where like you finally feel normal again, and you're like, holy shit, I feel great. And then the great feeling kind of fades because you realize, well, this is actually just not feeling super shitty.
Dude, yeah. I'm gonna get there. I'm waiting for that day. That's usually a super productive day.
Yeah. Well, I want to run some advice by you because you're used to doing like call-in shows. Not that Eric and I will ever do anything live, I don't think. But we might start doing a public version of our podcast, and as someone who's constantly, I don't know, it's going to be very different. I feel like knowing that more people are going to be interacting with it. Do you have any advice?
I have loads of advice for you guys in your podcast. I've got a tome of advice.
I'm waiting.
No, but what I would say, first of all, so people who don't know, this is the Mammoth in Space, who has this great Patreon podcast with No Carrick and Mammoth, both very great underrated YouTube channels. And they have a great podcast, the only podcast I listen to. And people say that sometimes as like just like an empty compliment, but I truly don't give a shit about podcasts at all. I don't listen to a single podcast except for your guys's. But I gotta say, part of what makes your podcast so fun is the shit talking. I love the shit talking. You guys shit talk everybody. It's hilarious, and that's you have like the comfort of like no one's gonna see this because you got
exactly. And that's what I'm afraid of when we met. I like considered just canning the idea of ever bringing it public and leaving it to like whatever, we get like 50 listens per episode. Fuck it, keep it at that so we can keep talking shit.
It's hard to say. I think you had a good idea. I didn't listen to the one from yesterday yet, but on the one before that, you were talking about how you're going to do like one dedicated
free episode a month.
I think that's a better idea than what I was saying, where you just like make a bunch public from earlier. But you got to make sure.
That's also because everyone is. Go ahead.
When you're doing the public one, you don't want to pull too many punches, or else you're gonna.
I know.
You're gonna lose the edge.
I'm not trying to ruin my relationships with all these famous YouTubers.
Name them.
Clearly, give so much shit about.
Who is it?
The Minute Hour.
No, you guys only say amazingly nice things about me. That's why I watch.
That is true.
That's why I listen to the podcast.
We have to shit talk you a little more.
I'm listening all the time. I'm just like,
just for validation. That once every 25 episodes when we bring you up.
I'm waiting for the one time where you talk some shit about me, and I'm like, okay, the gloves are off, baby.
And then you come on the college stream and everyone's in the chat like, who the fuck are you talking
Yeah,
shit
I just
to that?
complain about the Mammoth and No Eric for shitting on me in their Patreon podcast.
Oh, dude, actually, so I was playing, you might have heard this on, because I think I talked about it, but I've been playing bingo with some people like every Tuesday.
Bingo?
At this bar. Yeah, bingo. It's a blast. And we would just drink a beer playing bingo. And I used to have the minute hour sticker on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy that I was playing bingo with looked over at my phone and he was like, oh shit, you watched the minute hour? And I was like, fuck yeah, I watched the minute hour. And it was the first time anyone had ever like recognized the sticker or
Dude,
who
nice.
you are. Yeah. And now that I've recently gotten a new phone, man. So I'm really waiting on those stickers and magnets and shit to come so I can put it on my new phone case.
Dude, I've never had that happen, and I am the minute hour.
Damn. Well, do you wear minute hour merch every time you leave the house?
Yeah,
Are
I'm
you,
fucking
like,
covered
stained
in
with
stickers. Yeah, absolutely, bro.
All over your face? Okay. Well, then I'm surprised. But you live in the middle of nowhere, don't
That's
you?
true. That is true. Nobody out here cares about the internet.
Yeah.
Or it's like the most basic internet available. Yeah. Well, that's great, though. Hey, people are out there.
It was cool, and then I got to be like, well, I got a video with the minute hour, dude. Go check this one out.
Dude, nice. All right, well, hey, like you, I'm excited for your public podcast. I mean, I just want more people to listen to your podcast because I think it's really good. Like you guys have,
Motherfucker, give me $5 a month. That's all it costs.
you gotta get on Patreon to get that podcast shit. Mammoth or No Eric, it's a double deal. You can sign up for either one.
You go to either Patreon and you get the podcast for $5.
Or you can sign up for both and get it twice, like me.
That's also true. You get double the amount of episodes. Now,
I get like 4 emails every Sunday morning.
One for the video version, one for audio only.
For each person. It's perfect.
Yeah. It's great. We'll just be bombarding you with notifications. So sign up if this is sounding good to you, call-in show listeners. Go find my Patreon. All right, I'm gonna go for my walk, dude.
Yeah, good talking to you. Thanks for calling in, bro.
Yes. Adios.
Bye. Yeah, for real. The Mammoth it's Mammoth in Space and No Eric, 2 very underrated YouTube channels, and they have a great Patreon-only podcast. And like I said, this really is like the only podcast to listen to because I don't listen to podcasts at all. But I find those guys very charming and interesting, and I want to follow their YouTube path. It's great because they're always complaining about how bad everything is and how it's never going to work out. Makes me feel good about myself. Hello?
Hello.
Jim?
Yes, sir.
How's it going, bro?
Hey, not bad. How about yourself there, feller?
Good. Are you putting on a voice, or is this your voice?
This is my convincing real voice.
Okay, good. It's good to hear from you.
Hey, is this the mechanic hour?
If you want it, it's whatever you want it to be hour, bro.
Well, hey, listen, man. I got me a 2004 Ford Explorer, and it's running like shit.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to do, man. It won't idle above like 400, and I've thrown my wrench at it, and good Lord, I need some help. Is that all you've done so far? Is throw the wrench at it? Have you got in there and really inspected those bits? Oh yeah, I plugged the good old code reader up to it, and it was throwing all kinds of numbers and letters I never bothered to learn in school. So I just, went on YouTube and I Googled the first thing I saw, did everything that jackass did do, and it still didn't fix it.
What's the issue? What's not running well? Is it making a noise? Is it can it get to speed?
Oh, it sounds like there's 2 fucking cats fighting under the hood, brother.
Like they're meowing or hissing? Describe the noise a little more.
Like they're just having a fight, and you want to separate them because they're good. You love cats, but you don't want to get another rabies shot, so you're just gonna let them duke it out.
And that's what your engine sounds like.
Well, you know, when you can get up to about 50, maybe 55 if you're going downhill, and then it'll make like a real mean whining sound.
Oh, God. Have you considered bringing it to a garage or a mechanic?
Hell no, brother. If I let somebody else touch my truck, I might as well just cut my own nuts off.
This is a pride thing.
Well, yeah, you know how it is.
But you're not
mechanic hour?
But you're not too proud to look it up on YouTube.
Well, you better be careful what you're saying there, brother.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
It's a natural resource that God gave us, and I'm going to use it.
And now you're calling me up, trying to get my opinion on what you should do with your car. Isn't that just like my hands will be just fondling and caressing the many nuts and bolts and screws and caps and spark plugs and...
Whoa, easy there. Now you're getting me a different kind of excited talking like that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like I'm imagining right now I'm getting in your car and it's like, oh, there's a lot that's wrong with this engine block. And I'm getting my hands all deep in the crevices and I'm getting greasy and disgusting.
Oh, yeah.
But that's your car. You're going to let me do that shit to your car with my mind?
Well, you know, there's nothing wrong with going down to the local Kroger and stealing a 24-pack of Bud and sharing it with your buddy and you two just having some quality fix your truck time.
Oh, you like to do this as a two-man job?
Well, you know, two's fine, but three's a crowd.
It sounds like you might be a truck cuck.
Oh, my God.
I hate to say that to a man over the internet whom I don't even know. I've never even seen their face, but I'm laying it down like it is. I'm laying down the real-ass truth. You are a truck cuck. You want me to be the bull and to fuck your truck into working properly, and I think I think it's a little suspect.
Hell, you know what? I called in to fix one problem, and I think you helped me fix another, brother. God bless you.
All right, wait, God bless you as well. Have a great day. It all worked out. It all worked out. This is probably a good time to take a break. I could take a break right now. I'm going to do it. If someone doesn't call in the next 2 seconds, I'm going to take a break. Let's see if they beat the Do Not Disturb mode. Nope, they got it. All right. They're in.
Call from
Charlie.
Hello?
Oh, sick. I'm actually on. Hey.
What was your name? Turley?
Charlie.
Charlie.
I'm just getting over COVID right now, so my voice is a little fucked up.
That's okay. Yeah. Charlie, that is a name. Turley is not.
No.
Charlie, what do you want to talk about today? It's the grab bag stream. You can talk about whatever you want.
Yeah, I was trying to call in a couple weeks ago when you were doing the cancel culture podcast.
Yeah.
And everyone was like totally 100% on your side. Like no devil's advocate.
It's true. It was a problem.
So I was trying to get on them because, you know, I'm not like a perfect person. So I'm totally hypocritical in this, but I was like, I think I could still, you know, bring some kind of argument to it. Because you said, I don't know a single person who like doesn't listen to Kanye anymore.
Did I say that? You could say I said anything on that and I wouldn't remember.
Yeah, you said that.
Okay.
And actually like pretty much stopped listening to Kanye over like all the controversies.
You stopped because of the controversy?
So my thing with it, right, is I'm kind of against cancel culture in general in the sense that like there is no ethical consumption, right? Like everyone that's like, oh, you listen to Kanye, what the fuck? Like you're a horrible person is like out here like eating meat and pretty much supporting like child slavery with every single thing they purchase.
Everything that you buy in this country is a result of 1,000 people being exploited into death.
Yeah, 100%. So like so I wouldn't advocate for canceling someone else, but I still feel like you still yourself have to have some level of ethical consumption, right? Like would you yourself support anyone or anything regardless of what they do?
No.
Like, where do you draw the line?
I draw the line when it comes to art and entertainment. Those are the things that I don't care about. Because I don't think those are like... well, to try to pinpoint it is hard, but it's like the... where exploitation is a necessity for a product to be made, like physical exploitation of children or whatever who are in a sweatshop that are making your clothes or whatever, like that seems like a bad thing, but I also can always just claim ignorance on that and be like, I just bought this at Target. I don't know. I don't know what it's the result of.
No, I'm with you, but wouldn't you? Well, I don't know if you would, but I would imagine there's like a point where even you would be like, people in general shouldn't be supporting this. Like, if it was an artist, right? I know you said, like, it doesn't matter for art.
In general, I make those sorts of arguments all the time that, like, people shouldn't be supporting this or that. So that is fair and true. But my I don't know, whenever I'm talking about that stuff, it's always, like, anti-corporation, pro-individual. Like, I don't believe that an individual can have a more negative impact than a corporation can.
Yeah, I 100% agree. Like, everything is just a kind of a drop in the bucket. But then you get into, like, you know, like Tragedy of the Commons, where if everyone has that mentality, then, like, you're essentially enabling all the corporations.
I can see that. That's a good argument.
So I don't know. I mean, like I said, I'm very conflicted in the point because, you know, there is no ethical consumption. So, like, canceling people or being like, no, I'm not going to support this thing that I want to support because they're bad. It's like, well, why do you justify? It's like hypocritical. Like, why do you justify it in all the other situations? But this is where you draw the line.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sort of like the always like I'm on the underdog side essentially, where it's like, to me, Kanye is like the most famous person in the world, but I still see him as an underdog to all the giant institutions in the world who want nothing more than to have him be dead or silenced, like, because his existence is totally countercultural at this point. Like, it's anti-mainstream.
Oh, for sure.
So
yeah,
I personally am for that sort of thing, where it's like individuals like being crazy weirdos versus like a corporation like being like a feudalistic, like, we are in charge of everybody and we're gonna...
I don't know. I mean, crazy weirdo, I feel like it's one thing, but like going on and being like, I'm a Nazi and shit. I mean, I guess that it does fit the definition of crazy weirdo, but I feel like there's definitely a point where it's like you don't feel good about supporting them.
I don't.
Like
with Kanye, it's like I can make endless rationalizations in my mind for why I'm not bothered by what he says. Like, because like I could just be like, Kanye's trolling. Done.
Yeah, I mean, when I look at it, I'm kind of inclined to agree in some sense. When I look at it, I'm like, this guy is just like deeply, deeply mentally ill.
Like, if you're gonna take everything that Kanye says as like completely serious, like 100%, it's like he's not like the president or anything. It's not like his words actually like bear legal weight. Like, he's just making up random shit all the time. Like, he says crazy things every day. It doesn't really bother me in that sense because, like, he's an individual. He doesn't have... all of his power is, like, imaginary, whereas, like, the institutions and corporations, like, have an actual hold over people.
Sure. So for you, are you saying, like, you can see what maybe morally it's wrong, but that at the end of the day, like, the amount of benefit he would gain in any way from your support is, like, arbitrary compared to, you know, the actual things you could take a stand against, like corporations or whatever?
I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I could fully articulate what I'm saying.
That's okay, dude. Like I said, I'm getting over COVID, so I don't know how much I'm making sense either.
I just think that, like, Kanye, like, I see him talking about, like, you know, he says he loves all people, and then he says he loves Hitler. Most people who say they love all people are full of shit, because then they say, but Hitler's a horrible person. So Kanye is the first person who is honest about that. Like, I don't think that's Like, he's consistent, so, like, that doesn't bother me. And I think that generally he's just saying this shit to get a rise out of people. I see Kanye as like a teenager who's just like, oh, I'm not allowed to say this? I'm going to say it every single day then and just get everyone really upset.
100%. But I do think that it kind of enables people who do have those negative opinions and aren't trolling.
I do, yeah.
And so at some point it gets kind of like, all right. And by the way, it doesn't even fucking matter. Like, streaming Kanye and him making like a penny off of you a year is not going to change anything. But it definitely gets, at somewhere, this is different for everyone. There's like a line that's drawn where it's like, it's just too far. I don't think I want to like financially support this person.
And I do agree with what you're saying about like enabling. I agree in the sense that like, I think it does do that. But I just don't know like how we can measure that metric with any kind of reliability where it's like celebrity said X and it made the racists like more racist or something. I think it's a very hard thing to actually measure. Even though I do think it is like true, I don't know if I can really abide like saying they shouldn't be allowed to say that because it makes other people get like more radicalized or something. I don't know. It's hard to say.
Well, I think it's a slippery slope to like say that those people aren't responsible for what they did because and Kanye is really responsible for it.
Right.
You know?
Exactly.
So I get that for sure. I just think, I don't know. I mean, I'm certainly not like pro cancel culture in general, but I can kind of get it. It's like ethical consumption. And then if it gets bad enough, you don't want other people essentially supporting that person or company. So
there is a lot of gray area, and this is why I wanted people like you to be calling during the cancel culture call-in show, because without, getting into the gray area when we're all just agreeing with each other, we're all just like, yeah, fucking, there's nothing wrong. Nobody can do anything wrong. Everything is perfectly fine. Like, it was obviously getting into some, beyond what is real or anything. But this is, this is the reality, is that there's a lot of gray area.
Yeah, agreed. Real quick extra question before I go. I saw you're a Bills fan. Mm-hmm. What and don't dox yourself. I'm just curious, but like what ties do you have to Buffalo? Or if you're not comfortable, then I live in Buffalo.
No, I don't. All my family is from Western New York. I won't say exactly. They don't live in Buffalo, but but that's all it is. Like, you grow up and you just root for the teams that your family roots 100%. For if they root for anybody.
Were you heartbroken by the Super Bowl? Did you even watch
the Super Bowl? And I was heartbroken by the Bills losing in the divisional.
But then the Chiefs won.
Yeah, it was bullshit. It was a bunch of bullshit. It was obviously a bunch of bullshit. The bad call at the end. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, 100%.
You know.
That was awful.
Yeah. But I don't know. The Bills, I never expect them to win. So it's like this is the best time of my life. I've been a Bills fan forever, and they've always been the worst team. And now they're actually in contention.
Perennial chokers.
Yeah, big time. I used to love Doug Flutie. That was my favorite Bills player.
Nice. All right, well, I'll let you go.
Good. Thanks for calling in.
Yeah, good chatting with you. Bye.
All right, bye. Okay. We'll get back to the zippy calls. These are good, meaty calls are good. We like to have some meat, but zippy calls, we like those too. Okay, I'm on Do Not Disturb mode. I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to be playing the next song on the playlist here from Soggy Beard. If you are enjoying the music that you hear, please click on the description of this video, and there are links to the albums that you are listening to. They're both, or EPs rather. They're both from Soggy Beard, a Canadian band. That's about all the information I have on them. And I'll be back in 2 minutes and 50 seconds.
Lorazepam is a prescription medication used to treat anxiety disorders, symptoms of anxiety, and anxiety associated with depression. Lorazepam is an exotic...
Tell your tale of two ladies, both the eyes of blood and stone. Smoke with one, drank with another, had them sitting on the floor back home. Little did I know they had me sitting too. Little did I know that it was tea for two.
Taken 1 to 3 times per day with...
Captain minds with blowing darts about the piercing without hearing a sound. Trapped inside the Berlin Wall of desire, a queen without a kingdom and 2 crowns. Wouldn't you know they had a killing tool? Wouldn't you know the killing tool was you? Oh no. Wouldn't you know she had a killing tool? Wouldn't you know the killing tool was you? Oh no.
stop, make it go away.
Chain to a chair, chain to a chair, chain to a chair, and the chair was chained to the ground. I was chained to a chair, chain to a chair, chain to a chair, and the chair was chained to the ground. I was chained to a chair, chain to a chair, chain to a chair, and the chair was chained to the ground. I was chained to a chair.
Hey everyone, that's what Xanax withdrawal feels like.
Bills in my bucket, bills in my bucket, bills in my bucket, and I fell to the ground. There were bills in my bucket, bills in my bucket, bills in my bucket, and I fell to the ground. There were bills in my bucket, bills in my bucket, bills in my bucket, and I fell to the ground. There were bills in my bucket, bills in my bucket, bills in my bucket, since it was sound.
I was a pharmacist for about 5 years until I got so stressed out with anxiety, depression, and pain.
How did I get here? And who are all these people in these pictures on my wall? How we get here? Who were we? It looks dark, but here it's dreary. When did I move to Montreal? Well, I swear that I died once. I remember it well, or was it just another dream? When I get a cat and what's her name? Leave me be, come comfort me. My head's a burning wreck. I feel the panic coming on. Everybody hit the deck. I need to be standing, no sitting, no lying in my bed. Work at 8 tomorrow morning. I could really use some rest. Chain to a chair, chain to a chair, chain to a chair, and the chair was chained to the ground. I was chained to a chair, chained to a chair, chained to a chair, and the chair was chained to the ground. I was chained to a chair, chained to a chair, chained to a chair, and the chair was chained to the ground. I was chained to a chair, chained to a chair, chained to a chair, and the chair was chained to the ground. There were bills in my bucket, bills in my bucket, bills in my bucket, and I fell to the ground. There were bills in my bucket, bills in my bucket, bills in my bucket, and I fell to the ground. There were bills in my bucket, bills in my bucket, bills in my bucket, and I fell to the ground. There were bills in my bucket, bills in my bucket, bills in my bucket, so it seems like it's down.
Whoa, that ended faster than I thought it would. Okay, we're back, we're back, baby. Shit. Doing the fucking call-in show. We're talking about all your shit today. Whatever shit you want to talk about. Call in to the call... Shit, fuck. Oh, wait, no, don't call in. I want to do a quick little thing. All right. I said a couple weeks ago or some shit, I was going to give away some free computer music CDs. All right, if you didn't know, we made, me and MoxieFamous, who prints the zine. I hate doing this whole thing. The zine, okay. Okay. If you don't know about any of the chunk shit or the zine shit, just know that The Minute Hour is a YouTube channel, but also we make a bunch of physical media, because that's important to me. And we do that through a vector known as MoxieFamous, who produces the physical media that we make here. And I make physical media. I make things that Moxie produces and brings into reality, and also other artists who I've collaborated with in the past. They make things, Moxie makes them into a physical thing, you know. So they might be an artist and they make a booklet. Moxie does the printing and the trimming and the stapling and the folding, makes it look all nice. I might make a CD full of audio. Moxie prints all the CD elements, like the insert, the bifold, the tray insert, the background, you know, all this shit, the printing on the CD. We work together on that shit. So the computer music CD contains all of the Minute Hour computer music. I make as, you know, just like background. It's almost like background music, like video game background music. It's actually not quite good enough even to be that. But I do make it anyway. And on the YouTube channel, I've made 3 little quote-unquote albums of computer music. They're all like, 20 minutes a piece, so they're not really an album. But I put all 3 of those on a CD called the Computer Music CD. MoxieFamous turned it into a beautiful actual CD. I don't have the images of it. I deleted it. The images. I had them on here before. Anyway, it was for sale at one point, and now it's gone. It's gone. We don't have any left. We just have a handful left, and I'm going to be giving away 2 of them right now. I had this whole thing. I made a community YouTube post about it, so if you want to get free shit, pay attention to my YouTube community posts, because I said a couple weeks ago, if you put your email in the chunk mailing list, you would be eligible to get a free computer music CD. So right now, I've got 76 names, emails rather, and I'm going to pick 2 random people from them using some tool I found online, and I can't show it because it's got everyone's emails on it, so you're just going to take my word for it. I'm going to click on this, and I'm going to get 2 random emails, and those people will be eligible for a free computer music CD. I'll send them an email after the show. If they don't respond in a few days, I'll also pick some alternates to make sure these things go out. So isn't that cool? You can listen to this show. You can check out my YouTube community page. You're going to get free shit. This is like a normal thing that's going to happen from now on, because Chunk is this Gumroad page, chunkmonthly.gumroad.com. We've got a new piece of physical media we are sending out to people every month. So it means there's a lot of shit coming through here, which means we can do a lot of giveaways. So this one, let's see. I'm going to pick the first name now. Oh, it even does a... Okay. I can't say the whole name or the email, but I'm going to say it's Andrew BC. Andrew BC. You made it. You are getting a free computer music CD. I'm going to email you today. I got to write this shit down. I wasn't ready for this. Keep a record of this. Okay. Andrew BC, you got a free CD, BC. Okay. Now, the second person. It's going. Alright, this one is not really a name that I can read, but I actually know who this is. So the someone else, I can say this is Rosemary's mom. Rosemary's mom! You're getting a free computer music CD, and I'll email you after the show to make sure we can get that all set up. Oh, let me do some alternates real quick. Oh shit. I gotta take this. And turn off the animation here. Okay. Alright, and I got some alternates here. Good. Okay. Alright, so that's that. Done in the least exciting way possible. We'll get better at this, but they're going to be giveaways all the time, so this is a fun thing you can do. Get free shit. Alright. Now that's out of the way. Turning on the calls again. You can call in 518-288-7938. Call in. We're talking about whatever the hell you want. You get to decide. Oh, quick.
Call from
Joelle.
Joelle?
Oh, how's it going?
Yo, what's up, dude?
Hi, man. Yo, I like your thumbnail.
Thanks, bro.
So, how's it hanging?
Oh, this is pretty chill night. Just doing the call-in show. I got a frozen pizza I'm gonna make after this.
Nice. Hey, I gotta say, it's pretty surreal to hear you on the phone and not on the computer.
Yeah, do I sound different?
No, I heard someone else tell you sound different, but you sound the same.
Okay, good. I was confused about that.
Yeah.
So, bro, the topic today is whatever you want to talk about besides the minute hour. What do you want to talk about?
Something that I've have been super interested in for like a couple of years now is the stock market. And I know that sounds incredibly boring, but I'm fascinated by it.
Tell us.
And specifically how everything about the stock market is a complete fraud and it's an illusion.
How? What do you mean?
So,
Give us
let me
your
explain.
theory, yeah.
Right. Well, the thing about it is that it's not actually a theory. It's like super well known by almost everyone, every hedge fund, every institution, that almost everything is manipulated. And practically the most common way currently is that they'll just print a shitload of shares and dilute any stock they want. And practically value comes from scarcity. So if there's a low amount of shares that you can buy, the price goes up until there's a equilibrium, until people are willing to sell. So if there's 1 trillion shares in the float of any company, like let's say, then practically you'll be able to buy for 1 cent. And yeah, that's where the manipulation comes. And yeah, there's just it's super common that it happens. They can do that. And whenever any politician tries to challenge it, they just get stonewalled.
Well, from what I understand, which is very little, to clear the record on that, but from what I understand, the most powerful politicians are gaming the stock market harder than anybody in America.
Oh yeah. It's the most what word am I looking for here? Basically in COVID, they just all sold their stock and shorted it, and they made a bunch of money from COVID.
Yeah.
The word I was looking for is prevalent. The most prevalent case of that happening, which is crazy. And
because that was whenever the government can, flex on any sector, then they sort of know, shit, I don't know how the fucking stock market works. I can't even pretend. Is this the whole point of the stock market? Is that we just aren't allowed to understand how it works?
Yeah, well, a lot of people say that it's made to be not understandable, so that they could game it and just win every time. So yeah, I mean, it wasn't designed to be that way.
So what's the benefit? Is it just like the richest people, they have the control over the market, and they're able to manipulate the, all the people who think that they're rich, but they're actually they're only new money?
I don't understand specifically what the question was. Can you repeat it?
Dude, I appreciate your honesty, because that was a bad question. I was trying to ask who benefits from the stock market and it being this way. Is it just like the ultra wealthy, like the highest tier of wealth? Are they the ones who are able to manipulate it in this way? Like, who is manipulating the stock market?
Yeah, okay, so they're a hedge fund, and what they do is that they manage the wealthiest people in the world, and they manage their money, and they take a cut from any gains that they make with their money, with the billionaires' money. Mm-hmm. So they themselves are not investing their own money. They're getting other people's money and investing it for them. And yeah, they are able to, not to get super technical, but they're able to naked short sell and basically print out shares. And previously you were not able to do that because stocks were like a paper, like a physical thing, and they were certified by the company. So you were buying something and you were actually receiving a paper, which was, there was no way to cheat that. Mm-hmm. But now you got for example, FTX, which was in the news. And basically if you invested money in that exchange, you were not buying anything and you were not receiving anything. That's the whole scandal. You would just put money, he would take it, CEO, and you would not receive anything. Even though in your phone it would say you have this in your portfolio and you're making this amount, you lost this amount.
Yeah.
You were practically not making anything. It was just pixels on your screen. And yeah,
it's a great idea.
He got caught. Yeah, I don't know what happened to him. Probably nothing, because nothing ever happened to.
Not at this point. I think he's got some court cases upcoming. But I remember there was the whole GameStop thing a couple of years ago or a year or two ago. I don't remember exactly when that happened. That seemed like to get a whole new crowd interested in the stock market, like a younger, poorer crowd.
Yeah, well, I'm 20, and I would say that like got me super interested. Also, like this Netflix documentary about Bernie Madoff that I watched also got me quite interested in the stock market. But that GameStop as well, because obviously any chance for anyone to make money, me included, gets you interested in these type of things. You're just like, oh, GameStop is at $500. What's going on here? How can I make money off of this?
What makes you think then, like if on one hand you think that it's like manipulated by people with vast sums of wealth that you could never ever imagine, what makes you think that you are able to game the system?
Well, I think that you can game the system actually pretty well if it's not if it's left like a free market, like if no one messes with it. But I don't think that will ever happen, because practically people are betting that the stock is going to go down. They're selling shares that they have to buy back, practically. That's as simple as it gets. They're selling shares and they have to buy them back. They don't own them. They just sell it. They borrow the stock. They sell. If it goes down, they made money, right? You sell something, you've made a profit. If everyone wants to buy.
You're cutting out a little bit here. I can't.
The limited amount of that, then it's gonna go up, right? But I don't know if GameStop will ever go up again, because they've probably figured out a way to make sure that never happens again. I think that was like a kind of like a glitch, like a cheat code.
Yeah, it seemed like a huge embarrassment to the whole institution.
I own GameStop, but
you're holding. You have diamond hands.
I'm never gonna sell. I've already just thought that it's a great way to not get the price to zero.
Bro, you're cutting out a little bit here, so I'm gonna say goodbye. But hey, it's good. Thank you for calling in.
Peace.
All right, bye bye. Yeah, I missed some of the end of that. Stock market. I don't have any money to invest in anything. I feel blessed in that way. I don't have just excess money and I don't know what to do with it, because I would waste it.
Call from
Esweezy.
Esweezy.
Hey, Mr. The Minute Hour. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great, Esweezy. Several time caller Esweezy. How you doing?
I'm doing okay. I got my drugs. I got my stream going. Everything's nice. Everything's okay in the world.
Nice, dude. You are a weed lover.
I am.
Do you
indeed.
vape it or do you smoke it?
Both.
Give me the pros and cons of both, and then you can do your topic.
Okay. Well, vaping weed is somewhat newer of a concept. It tends to have grabbed the youth.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of kids like to vape in the bathroom, I hear. That's the big thing, because it doesn't smell. So there's that whole convenience factor of it. You can put it right in your pocket. It doesn't smell.
It smells
and it gets you high as
less.
shit.
It smells less.
It smells less, yeah. But
When it's in your pocket, it doesn't smell. But like blowing a cloud of weed vape does smell.
yeah, but like it'll go away
Yeah.
compared to like a smoke cloud.
Sure.
Right. But the thing is that it'll ruin your tolerance, and there's so many fake ones out there that you could get something with vitamin E in it and really mess up your lungs.
What does vitamin E do to your lungs?
It gives you popcorn lung.
Oh, right. I've heard about that.
That was the whole epidemic. It wasn't nicotine vapes that was doing that. It was the weed vapes.
Oh, because people were making weird vape oils with additives.
Yeah, the black market vapes were just because it was cheaper to cut it with vitamin E.
Okay.
So they put out these vitamin E vapes, and they'd go to the community, and everyone would be all fucked up on really bad liquid, really bad concentrate.
Yeah, I have to say this about weed vape. I think it's a scam. I think it's a total scam. I
personally smoke bud.
The smoke is where it's at. You can feel that instantly. The weed vape, it's like a placebo. It's like, am I high? I guess I am.
Yeah, you don't get that same lung feel. You don't get the whole experience of inhaling a burning substance and letting it out.
It's important.
Very important. Very important to the
ritual.
To the ritual, exactly. There's a ritual. This is what these kids don't understand. There's a process that goes along with smoking weed. You have to put on some nice music, pack your bowl, make sure no one's around, make sure it's all good, hit it, all that. With the vapes, it's just like a shortcut. Stupid.
But you do both. One is for convenience, I'm guessing, and one is the real thing.
Yeah.
All right. Now that we've gotten your full weed talk, what'd you want to talk about?
I actually wanted to talk about something I learned about another drug that's going on in Philadelphia right now.
Oh God.
So everyone in Philly, at least the bad parts, are already nodding out on fentanyl and really heavy opiates, but recently, and it's been going on for a while, but it's been reported recently that 90% of the heroin has horse tranquilizer in it. Actual horse tranquilizer, and the horse tranquilizer makes your skin rot off after using a number of times.
Good God. Why not use just human tranquilizer?
Because it's cheaper to get horse tranquilizer, apparently.
That makes sense. So you can just put horse tranquilizer into your heroin needle and get an extra good heroin high?
I guess it's that it cuts it so you have a little bit of heroin in the heroin, and you have a little bit of the horse tranquilizer, and when you mix both of those together, I guess it creates a somewhat similar effect to just heroin by itself, enough that they could justify buying large quantities and using it to cut.
Which just makes it cheaper.
Yeah.
All right. Have you tried it?
No IV drugs for me.
Nice.
None of that. Never. I've done a lot of drugs, but I've never put a needle in my arm.
Dude, hell yeah.
That's one thing I'm proud of.
Hell yeah. That's how you do it, baby. You can smoke. It's so hard to smoke until you die. But in comparison, it's so easy to just stick something in your arm and then die like 5 seconds later.
Yeah, I mean, I have friends that have had, like, their friends or, like, family members die from just having one slam of that plunger, and that's it. It's too late to take it back.
Do you think I've heard this theory is that everybody who does intravenous drugs, like, is just committing suicide every single time they do it? Like, they don't give a fuck. They're just like, this could be the time that I die, but this is how I want to die. I want to die like blasted on heroin. Like, is that the mentality, do you think, of a heroin user? Is every time it's just like, this could be it? I don't give a fuck? Because that's pretty different from the mentality of other drug users.
Well, I'm not too versed in the mentality, like the base, like general mentality of a heroin user. It could be very many different factors to it. Could be it's just the feeling of it is so intense, and you never want to feel anything else. Or maybe it's an escapism. Maybe that's what it is, or it could be.
But like you have to know, it's like I don't think there's people out there who are like, everyone's just fucking talking up a shitstorm about heroin. It's not gonna kill me. Like I feel like the people who use heroin know the danger, and it that's secondary, because like the more important thing is getting high on heroin. Whereas like with basically all the other drugs, it's like the chance of me dying is not very great. Like I'm not taking this drug and thinking I might die when I do it. Like even like ecstasy or like meth or something. It's like the OD on that shit is pretty. You'd have to be taking a heroic dose.
Yeah. Like the LD is pretty low on heroin. The amount you need to take to overdose is so low, mixed with the other factors of modern day heroin. Like if you were to go on the street and go buy some heroin right now, there's a good chance it's probably cut, and it probably has fentanyl in it.
Right. I
feel
like that would kill you.
Yeah, that'll kill you regardless. Like, I mean, maybe if you have like a super high tolerance for opiates, but even then, like, still, fentanyl is it's just a risk that makes it so nowadays you don't want to do powder drugs you get off the street.
Not even cocaine?
I wouldn't.
Because it might have Fenty in it?
Yeah.
God damn, what's the world coming to? Can't even buy cocaine off the street anymore?
Yeah, it's them blues. It's them fents. I mean, the only time I had a little experience with opiates was I stole my dad's Percocet. R.I.P. my dad, great guy. He didn't get mad at me when he found out, but I took those, and I took a couple of them, got really high, passed out. You're not supposed to pass out while you're on those. Nodding out while on those is how you die. But I did pass out, and after that, I'm like, I don't need this shit anymore. I'm just going to sell it. So I sold it to some girl named Andy Adderall, and she gave me all the money, and that was
it. Were you drinking as well? When you're
No, not at all.
It was just the Percocet?
Nodding out purely on Percocet.
Dude, did you take a handful?
No, I took like 2.
Wow. Maybe you're like extra sensitive to that or something. People like snort that shit.
Yeah, it's fucked. Opiates are fucked, man. It's a fucked spot. I'd rather just stick to my weed and my psychedelics.
Yeah, those are much less lethal. All right, hey dude, thanks for calling in. Esweezy, good to hear from you.
Hey, thanks for having me on, man.
All right, have a good one. Bye.
You too. Bye.
Okay, we're gonna take a quick break. What's the next song we got on the list? Oh, it's a longer one. It's gonna be a 4-minute and 30-second break. We're just talking about drugs, but we can talk about anything on this stream. Anything you want. You decide the topic when you call in. I feel like I had something else I wanted to say about drugs, but I forgot. I basically just forgot. So we're going to move right along. I'll be back in 4 minutes and 30 seconds.
Oh, I remember you. That night, and in the crypt.
Go inside.
I had a silver bullet lodged inside my head as the storm came spiraling down. I felt the ebb and flow wash over my face, on my fur it fell to the ground. These human hands Can't see the dawn. I watched your rifle licking its lips as the smoke fell into the heavens. I watched the whole world turn on its head as I bled out on the pavement. Oh, these human hands were more than the cause. These human eyes can't see the dawn.
A werewolf can be killed only with a silver bullet, or a silver knife, or a stick with a silver handle.
You're insane. Wolf!
Take this charm, the pentagram, the sign of the wolf.
I traced my trail back from the coastline, crossing over sand drifts, leaving imprints in the blade. Oh, and you had taken all my brothers and used them as the martyrs, setting purple hearts in graves. These human hands were more than the clothes. These human eyes can't see the dawn. Can't see the
sure that thou eat not the blood, for the blood is the life, and thou mayest not eat the life with the flesh. Now, he was, by the way, this guy was an airline pilot by profession. So just think, next time you're flying, your pilot might be a werewolf.
Okay, we're back. This is going to be the final segment of the show today. Yeah, we're doing quick shows. You know, we've had a history of doing 5 and 6 and 7 hour shows. It's not. I've turned my back on those lengths. I think it's too much. I think for the show to be listenable at all, it's got to be under 4 hours. And really, I should edit it down to 1 hour, because that's really like a normal length. But I don't want to do that. That's a lot of fucking work. So anyway, right now we're going to make the potential editing of this episode easier, I'm going to try to cap it at like 3 hours. Anyway, we are back. You can call 518-288-7938 right now. Call in, talk about whatever you want. You decide the topic today. I have to listen. I have to engage. I have to do it. It's a law of the show that I set right now. I'll just say this while I'm waiting for Google to pick up a call here. If you look in the description of this video, I did just buy about a 2,000, almost 3,000 Minute Hour logo stickers and magnets recently, which you can buy from me. There's like a couple different packs available on the Minute Hour website, minutehour.media. But also if you go to the link that's in the description of this video, you can see that, there's some packs. It all comes out to be pretty cheap. You're going to spend like $4 or $5 and get a handful of stickers. If you want to do that, do it. Do it. But also, I got tons of these stickers, so, there's no rush. I'm not going to run out anytime soon. So, there's no, you don't have to do it. I'm not going to put the sales pitch fully on you. Do whatever you want. Buddy. All right. Whoa. I'm trying to call one of these numbers back because Google's not taking them.
Hello? Yo, what's up, man?
Yo,
Jett.
how's it going? Yo, is Jett? Joe Jett?
Yeah. What's up, dude?
Yeah, dude. It's good to hear from you. It's been a while.
Yeah, how have you been? How's the soup doing?
Dude, I haven't made soup. I haven't made soup in months. I feel horrible.
Well, I think if I'm correct, I believe you probably stocked yourself up well enough for it not to be much of a problem.
Dude, but that is the problem. I give away this soup like it's nothing. I've given away all my soup. But I've been saving bones. I've got like 6-gallon bags of bones, so I can make a whole bunch of chicken stock when I'm next ready.
Sick. Just don't commit a crime, because that'll look a bit fishy.
They're chicken bones. Come on. They're tiny.
Yeah.
All right, so
Or
hey,
teeth.
Jett, it's good to hear from you. The topic today is whatever you want. What do you want to talk about?
Yeah. So actually, I know that you've been trying to kind of step away from your recreational. At least last time we spoke, you want to step away a bit from your recreational activities. But I want to talk about why it's, and this is probably turning into bitch and stream version too. But I want to talk about why it's so frowned upon to not be sober.
To not be
I feel
sober.
like people. Yeah, I feel like people who are all about being sober and cutting back on drinking, not doing drugs, I don't know, they're the most miserable people I've ever met. They're stressed out all the time.
So the alternative you would present to them is, how about you live a life of addiction and have a great time?
Yeah, maybe not quite reach the level of addiction, but don't be afraid to have a good time. If I'm drinking at 5 o'clock in the morning, that shouldn't be frowned upon.
When you're drinking at 5 o'clock in the morning, what's your bedtime?
My bedtime varies, man. I don't have a set bedtime.
If I start drinking at 5 o'clock in the morning, my bedtime would be 10 a.m.
Yeah, well, that'd be a good, you take a good solid nap for a couple hours. And then you get up, and then if you don't have anything else to do, you can drink a little bit more, take another nap, get up, rinse and repeat.
It's like the Da Vinci method, where it's instead of sleeping for 8 hours a night, you just take naps all throughout the day, and also get blasted drunk whenever you're awake.
Yeah.
That's how he made all that shit.
Yeah, dude. And look at that now, people study him in the most prestigious of schools.
And that guy was getting blasted every single day.
Exactly.
I would say, when it comes to, are you talking drugs or alcohol or both? Does it not matter?
Both. I will draw the line at hard drugs, because that's a very, very slippery slope. I don't fuck with hard drugs, like heroin and shit like that. I did coke a bit for a little bit, but once I was whoa, we got an 8-ball for the weekend. I was oh shit, we should call the guy again 30 minutes later. I was oh no. You probably shouldn't do that. This
Do
is
you
a problem.
ever do coke in a non-social environment?
I've never done coke in a non-social environment. That sounds like a nightmare.
Dude, I did it a couple times when I was living in LA. It was the only time living in LA is the only time I ever did coke, because it's very abundant there, and I had like friends who had moved out to LA before me, like a couple of years, and they were like embedded in the coke scene. So it's kind of just like, they're like, hey, you want to have some coke? I was like, yeah, sure. And I remember the last time I did it was just by myself. All my friends were like going out to some party or something, and I was like, nah, I want to stay home because Metal Gear Solid 5 had just come out. So I was like, I want to play this shit, and I snorted coke and played it all night.
Oh my god,
that was my last coke.
That sounds like a blast.
It actually was really great.
like fucking doing a rail and playing Metal Gear Solid 5.
Just like for 10 hours straight, all through the night. Like the first 12 hours of playing that game, I was high on cocaine. It was pretty great. It was pretty great. So I agree. You know, I agree with what you're saying. Like people don't understand. They can't look down on me for doing that. I thought that was great. I had a great time, and it didn't destroy my life. I decided after that, I was like, you know what? This is the last big fun I'm gonna have with coke, is doing it by myself, playing video games. And then after this, I'm gonna stop.
Yeah, dude. And that, and you're obviously able to get a bunch of shit done. So like I don't know, like if I was sober and tried to pound out like the incredible amount of work that I am expected to do on a normal basis, like I'm going to be miserable the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm not sober, it's going to be a great fucking time, and I'm going to do way fucking better because I'm going to put my all into it.
And the people who are sober, you know, they've got something else that gets them to that level, like God, or like the Masked Singer, or like whatever. It's like
oh my God.
Everyone who doesn't do drugs has some sort of alternate thing that brings them to the same place.
So then, what would be like the bare definition of sober? Because I don't know. I think being hooked on God is also a level of intoxication where like it's altering your mind and your.
That's true.
You know, like your.
Have you ever met like a for real like you know, like there are people who are religious, and then there are people who are like you're saying, like addicted to religion, like who their whole lives are like about Jesus's love and stuff. Like those people definitely act like addicts.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, and the similarity between the church and the trap house is you have people frequently going there on a regular basis to get this vision and seek clarity.
Mm-hmm.
And a release from like the terrors of the world, you know?
Mm.
So I don't know, man. I don't know. I think anybody who gives you shit for not being sober more frequently than they are is just talking out their ass. I don't think it's good. I don't think we should normalize that. I think if somebody wants to do a substance, and like if somebody wants to get fucked up like at 5 o'clock in the morning, let them.
So what's the difference?
You know, if it becomes a problem, then bring that up. But
so then, in your mind, then what is the line? Why is there an obvious line then between fun drugs and hard drugs? Like what is the line?
I think the line is when it's not fun when you do them. Cause like a lot of like I like I said, I haven't done heroin or anything like that, but I have a lot of friends who fell really deep into the heroin hole.
Mm-hmm.
And when they were describing what the high was like, or what not even like a high, but like what they were experiencing, it never sounded like a pleasant experience. Like it was constant paranoia. It was. So from what they've described, they said that there was like a level of constant paranoia. There's the scratching of like your skin and stuff like that. That like begins to burn, but you just can't stop because like much like coke, like your muscles want to contract and do shit. You know, like every bit of you is going to be moving constantly.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of anxiety as well around like other people or like around the things in your immediate life, which, I mean, I get that, but if I'm not going to do something, if it's going to just make that shit worse, like I have social anxiety, so I look forward to escaping that.
Dude, with social anxiety, I feel that like alcohol is, the perfect antidote, but weed makes it so much worse for me.
Oh yeah, no, I can't smoke weed and go out in public.
It's horrible.
Anymore. I used to be able to, but like if I'm around strangers and shit and I'm high, especially like if I go to the grocery store to buy something, it's a terrible experience.
And that's sort of like that's the downside of being a like everyday stoner is like you're kind of dealing with that feeling all the time where it's like I don't want to leave my house ever. I just want to smoke weed and have nobody talk to me because if anybody saw me, I would start feeling really paranoid.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you also get those people who have done it so much that they've become like that's the life that they live now. Like they can do that perfectly fine, but I don't know. I can't dedicate the money and time to frying myself so much where that's just like a norm.
Right. You have to actually do a job.
Yeah. Or go somewhere.
Loser.
Yeah, dumb. Fuck that.
Hey, Jett, thanks for calling in. Good to hear from you.
Yeah, man, anytime. Yeah, you too. I'm looking forward to get my package, my chunk.
Dude, yeah, nice. When did you sign up?
I signed up like a month ago.
January.
Yeah.
All right, the first one is coming. The Bug Saga is the first one you're going to get. It's coming. It's in production. You're going to get an email about it soon.
Sweet.
All right. Hey, thanks for calling in, man.
All right, dude. Cheers.
Bye. Oh, immediate.
Call from
Jack.
Jack?
Hey, man. How's it going?
Hey, good. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing all right. Just got out of the shower, and I was like, oh, fuck, it's Monday after the Super Bowl. Minute should be on.
Oh, shit. You remembered?
Yeah, I remembered. How about you? Did you remember?
Hey, I'm here. This is proof.
Fucking
proof
roll,
is
man.
in the call-in show that's happening right now. Hey, the topic of the call-in show that we're doing right now is whatever you want. What do you want to talk about?
All right, so me and my wife, we went and saw Titanic. Where they had it in theaters at the movie theater where we live.
Okay.
And I've never seen it before, so I was like, oh, okay, well, let's go. That'd be kind of cool. I've never seen the movie. It's kind of romantic, you know?
Yeah.
Well, I watched it. Good film. Have you seen it before?
Many years ago. Not anytime recently at all.
Okay. So I'd like to
I
get
remember
your thoughts
it.
on the very ending of the film where she just hucks the fucking necklace into the sea. Do you remember that?
Yeah. That was
Did it piss you off?
That's too much.
Oh my god, dude! I could not. I was astonished. I was beside myself in the theater, and I was like, my wife was like, "No, it was like a romantic gesture and everything." I was like, "No,
not cool.
You got to look at it from the other dude's perspective. He just spent 3 years looking for that jewel, and as you're pulling up the fucking anchor, you throw it where he just was looking."
3 years he spent looking for it, and then 3 hours he spent listening to this lady's story. This long fucking story about her love affair from 80 years ago.
Oh my god, dude. I was like, God damn it, no!
It would have been a really funny ending, though, if just like she did that and every single other person on board just immediately jumped into the ocean. And they all were just diving to get after it. That was a
What
missed
did you
opportunity.
do? They're diving in after it.
And they all die.
Oh.
They all freeze into perfect ice cubes the second they hit they hit the water.
Oh man. Well,
All right, so your girlfriend liked it.
How critical are you of films? Do you like watching films and stuff like that, man?
Sure I do.
Are you really critical about it? I noticed I get super critical, and one of the things that I can like make a good movie for me is when it makes me forget I'm watching a movie and I'm like really engrossed in it. But I noticed that I'm able to like tear things apart. Maybe it's just like cynical fucking nature. I mean, it's not a good thing. But I was just actually having a conversation with my wife a little while ago about the film, and she was like, you've ruined movies for me because now I can't not see all of these things. Do you do that when you watch movies or not?
Well, I want you to explain that a little bit more, but I would say right off the rip, sounds like your wife is saying you've ruined bad movies for her.
That's how I see it. That's how I see it.
But that's a good thing. Bad movies should be bad, and everyone should understand it.
Okay. So, man.
What sort of thing? What are you doing when you're dissecting a movie that makes it seem unreal? Like, are you looking at the plot, or like you looking at the lighting, or what are you looking at?
Yeah, kind of all of it, man. So, man, this might be like a super hot take because I know it's like a new film and everything. That movie, You People, it was fucking awful. It was just, I hated that fucking film.
What's that movie?
So
that's the one with the
it's
Jonah Hill.
It's called You People. Yeah, it's the one with Jonah Hill.
And Eddie Murphy. What? Explain that. It's like a Netflix thing. What is that?
Yeah, so it's a Netflix movie. Jonah Hill has this podcast where he talks about the differences between like white and black culture with his black best friend. He ends up meeting this woman who's black, and she is also of Muslim heritage, whereas he is a white Jew. And so, what's her name? Fucking Elaine from Seinfeld is his mom. I can never remember that lady's name.
Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
That's it, yeah. And is his mom, and she's basically like a ditzy, out of touch, aloof white lady. That's the caricature that she is.
A Karen.
And Eddie Murphy is like this hardened, angry, bitter black guy. Like that's the caricature that he is as well. And so it's basically, the movie is all about these difficulties that they have trying to make the relationship work with the opposition of their different families. It inevitably doesn't work out, but then Eddie Murphy and Elaine kind of come together and settle their differences and apologize to the kids and apologize to each other. And then, surprise, motherfucker, in the last minute of the film, they get married. Like, surprise, like, open the door. What? Okay, let's get married. And it was just like, what the fuck is going on with this movie right now? It's just...
Didn't earn it.
I've got to waterboard you with fucking words right now, but it's things like the characters, first off, is Jonah Hill's character is not fucking likable at all. Like, he's smarmy, he's a liar, he's not straightforward. The characters, I can't remember the lady's name, but Jonah Hill and the love interest have no fucking chemistry whatsoever. Not just as character, but like as people, you can tell, like, I don't think these guys like work well together in their profession. They seem very stilted. The arc of the story, like you'd think this is supposed to be like kind of a romantic comedy, social commentary piece. I think they kissed like 2 or 3 times throughout the entire film, and it's kind of like, oh, I like you. Oh, I like you. 5 minutes later, oh, we moved in together. Let's get married. There was like no element of building these characters. And so because of that, you don't care about them. You don't like them. It's just like watching these people that you're like, oh, I don't care if shit goes wrong for you because I don't fucking like you at all. No one was likable in the film whatsoever. And then I talked to my mom about it. She lives over in Florida. She lives in a different demographic. So a lot of the things rang true for her in the film, whereas I live over in the South, a little bit closer to Mexico. So my demographic, there aren't African Americans in my demographic. So it's the film to me was entirely tone deaf because it was these outrageous characters being put in settings that just end up making everything worse. The entire tone of the film was just a drag. And then seeing the people interacting with one another in these ways that I'm not exposed to, the movie came off as very, very tone deaf, as it was like, okay, this is not how actual people work. This is not how actual people act. But then, you know, like I said, I talked to my mom, and she was like, no, there are struggles like that in the neighborhoods that I'm close to. And I was like, okay, well, fuck. I don't know if that really answered it. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm just fucking ranting right now.
No, I mean, you don't have to say much to convince me that that is going to be a terrible, terrible movie. This Jonah Hill, Eddie Murphy, Julia Louis-Dreyfus next Netflix movie. I remember seeing a trailer for that and looked like, you know, total shit. Jonah Hill also. Ugh. Jonah Hill, so fucking full of himself. This guy thinks he's like this really hot ticket item. He's totally fine. He's totally fine. He used to be funny, and now he's trying to be serious. I hate when people do that. I hate that more than anything in the whole world. When people are funny, and they're like, no, take me seriously. I'm a serious actor. I'm not funny anymore. Stop laughing at me. Yeah. It really pisses me off when people do that shit. And so...
Did you see Maniac? That show that he did with fucking the chick, I can't remember her name.
I make a serious effort to not watch Jonah Hill at this point.
Not watch his shit. Okay, rock and roll. No, I can feel that, dude.
He was great in, you know, like The Wolf of Wall Street. Like, he can do a great job when he's being funny. But when he's trying to be like, I'm making a message, I got a point I'm trying to make, it's just like, Nobody cares, Jonah Hill, about your stupid fucking point. You're a fat fucking loser. No matter how much weight you lose, you're a fat fucking loser. Always. So just embrace that and be funny. Like, don't act like you're some sort of intelligent person, because nobody gives a shit. That's how I feel.
Kind of like when Jim Carrey did the number 23, and the whole time it's just like, I see Ace Ventura.
No, that was hilarious. That's a great thing. I never saw that movie, but I saw the clip of like him playing the saxophone on the rainy like outside stairs. Like that looks incredibly good.
Yeah. Well, how artsy do you get with your films, man?
There is a clear line I have, like, where it becomes too much. I am not like a very. I've watched a lot of movies. I like watching movies. Movies like one of my favorite forms of entertainment and art. But I'm not like a smart guy. Like, I don't like doing the deep dive analysis, because when people start talking about like what a shot meant, or like what water symbolized in this movie, like I just tune out entirely. I'm like, I don't give a shit what you think water meant in this movie. Like, if that's what the artist who made this thought, then like they can just tell me that in the DVD commentary. I don't want to hear somebody's interpretation of it. But
bring it up. Oh, sorry.
No, I love watching movies though, and I get to the point, and I've referenced this movie so many times now, because it's just like it's become super important to me. This movie Nashville from 1975, like I was watching this movie. I watched this movie like 5 times in a week about 2 months ago, and
wow.
I reached a whole new level of appreciation for movies when I watched this movie over and over and over again, because I would think about this movie when I wasn't watching it, and I wasn't thinking about it as a movie. I was thinking of all the characters as real people, and I felt like real emotions for them as real people, and I was just like, oh, it's so horrible what happened to Barbara Jean, and I hate the Barnett for doing that. It's like I actually couldn't separate it in my mind of like, this is like entertainment or whatever, because it feels so authentic in the movie. That's just like when I think about the characters' arcs in the movie, I get super emotional thinking like, oh, I can't believe that's what the world is like, because it's like it just feels so real.
Oh, totally, man. And that's what I mean. Is like, if a movie can make me stop thinking I'm watching a movie, it's fucking awesome. Then you're like, you've really engaged me. To me, that's the beauty of the art. You know what I mean? Is to make it so organic that you feel for these people as though it was, you is really speaking to me as two human beings,
And that's why I brought it up, is because like that one is like, it's so character driven, and so much of the dialogue is like improvised, so it feels just very natural, because it is like actually what people are just like. When you improvise dialogue and you're a good actor, it's almost indistinguishable from real life, because it's like you are trying to think of what to say in the moment, which is how human beings actually interact. Like, they don't have a pre-written script where they're like, I'm going to say this, and then you're going to say that, and then I'm going to say this, and then you're going to say that. So it just, when it can actually feel real, you get like all these other dimensions of interesting things to pay attention to.
On that note, one of the things that I've never really experienced in film, but maybe I have, and I completely glossed over it. But when actors can actually stumble over lines well, like when
it doesn't sound pre-rehearsed.
Right now, being able to actually truly replicate that, it seems like in the improvising setting that you can make it so much more organic with just very tiny minutia like that, like stumbling over your words or saying a word backwards, or fucking it up in some way. That's how people actually
talking over each other.
Sorry, I'm always doing that. Every time I call, I listen back and I'm like, God damn, I'm just railroading it.
That was not some sort of secret insult. I'm saying that's an actual very good thing that people don't do in movies, because it's like, it's hard to write that way, but it's not hard to talk that way. That's how talking happens.
Right. Hey, Hey, one artsy film that you may enjoy. I don't know. I think you've got kind of a humor that maybe you can enjoy it. Not that it's humorous. I don't know. There's this film called Mad God, and it's artsy. Don't get me wrong, but it's like claymation, stop motion, and there's also some live action in it. But the guy who directed the film is the guy who did the special effects for Jurassic Park, RoboCop, and all of the old Star Wars films. So it's really, really well done. With
Mad God?
Yeah, it's just Mad God.
Dude, hell yeah. I'll
And,
check that out.
The
I love
imagery
some
just
movie wrecks.
Horrifying. It is fucking... The whole movie is very, very visceral and very violent. And, I mean, there's a whole overarching story, artsy-fartsy of life and the meaning and God and all that kind of bullshit. But it's like, if you just watch it for what it is, it's one of those films where I personally enjoyed it, didn't enjoy it, because you walk away from it with such a powerful, strange feeling. Kind of like how you talked with Nashville, that like you were thinking about it afterwards, latching onto the feeling of like walking through that horror scape of a movie. I think it's only like 80 minutes or something. It's pretty short. But I don't know. I like things like that. Kind of like in a horror video game out, you know, for the next like night or two, like you're kind of a little scared of the dark again for a little while. It's kind of that guttural, like primal feeling of like, okay, what the fuck was that, you know?
Dude, I'm definitely going to check that out. I wrote it down. And I want to say this is as a final point here, because I can very much appreciate an artsy movie, but what I hate more than anything, more than a mediocre, just terrible movie that doesn't try to do anything, is a movie that is incredibly pretentious. And I'm going to call out a specific director. I don't remember his name, so I can't do it this way. But whoever made that movie, Annihilation, Deus Ex Machina, and the most recent one was Men, that guy sucks. He sucks so bad. He makes the... Annihilation ended with like this 15-minute end sequence, and it's just like the entire thing is just like, oh my God, what does it mean? And it's just like, part of my not enjoying it is because I don't get what it means, and I just don't even care to find out. I don't care to make an interpretation because it's not enjoyable to watch. Like there was no entertainment value. But if you ever see that his most recent movie, Men, it ends in the exact same way. It's like this horror movie about like a woman who goes on vacation to escape men, and then men are all around her everywhere. And it's not a bad movie, really. Like the first 45 minutes are kind of interesting, but it doesn't go anywhere. And then it ends. It ends with this prolonged 20-minute sequence where it's like all the men are like, they're like CGI birthing the other men out of their mouths. What the fuck? And the woman's just like, what's up? And it's just the worst shit imaginable. I think that director should be fired and murdered. I hate that guy. I think he's a total hack. And I just wanted to put that out on the show, that I like the artsy shit, but when someone's, I can feel it when someone is like saying, hey, this is some artsy shit, isn't it? And it has no depth. It's just like, it's pretty freaking weird, don't you think? Like, the guy is he's birthing a man. I hate that shit.
Yeah.
More than anything.
It's almost to the level of like, I'm 14 and this is deep kind of shit.
Exactly. It's like, what does it mean? Oh my God, men birthing men? Men don't birth anything. Men aren't women. What does this mean?
God damn it.
I hate it.
I wish I didn't drop out of high school.
Hey, man, thanks for calling in. Good talking to you about movies.
You too, Minute. You have a good night, dude.
All right, bye-bye. All right. We're almost done here. Whoops. I missed my number here. This one? Good God. What's going on here? Fucking Google. Okay, I did it.
Hello.
Yo.
Yo. Wait, I need to make sure my headphones are on right.
Who is this?
Oh, hi. My headphones are on right. It's Sarah.
Sarah? What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey,
Your
what's
old
going
aunt,
on?
Sarah.
Huh?
Wait, what's up? Huh?
The topic today is whatever you want, Sarah. Anything.
Okay.
Anything in the whole wide world.
That's really nice of you to give me the option like that.
Exactly. You can be whatever you want.
I want to follow up on your Hatred of Annihilation, the film.
Go on. Yes.
I fully have seen that movie maybe twice. I kept saying I hadn't, but then people I was with, who I said that to, were like, no, I was with you, and you saw that more than once. But I don't remember a goddamn thing about it except that bear, and then a blur.
The what? The bear?
Wasn't there like a bear?
That part was great. That was the only good part. You're right.
Right? And then the rest is like woman being sucked into portals.
Because
that looked like Sandra Bullock.
Yeah, was it Sandra? I don't even remember who was in it, but it was like, I don't know, they were like in some sort of weird multi-dimensional land, and it was like all the beings were getting crossed into each other, and it led to the only cool part of the movie, which was like a bear
screaming
thing.
at them.
Yeah, that had like a sort of human-y scream, and that was cool. But what about that ending? What the fuck did that mean?
Man, I told you I don't remember anything about it.
Ugh, I'm still pissed about that shit. I watched that whole shit, and I was just like, the whole time
Maybe
I was like, what does this mean?
I'll look up the ending real quick.
It's like whoever the main lady is, I forget, Emily Blunt.
No, it doesn't matter.
Or
Yeah, Emily Bullock
Sandra-
Blunt.
Yeah, Emily Bullock.
Yeah.
She like
Blunt.
gets into a fight with some sort of multi-dimensional being who's like, the being is like mirroring her actions, and it's just like it's a 15-minute sequence where it clearly
It was
means
like
something.
iRobot looking thing.
Yes.
I don't know.
It was horrible
okay.
CGI.
Yeah. Speaking of horrible CGI, I guess I'm talking about movies.
Okay.
That's surprising.
You can talk
That's
about
not
whatever
what I
you
wanted.
want. Stop. We can stop right now.
I want to talk about do you want to do word association, like back and forth?
Do you want me to
Okay.
start? You want me to give you a word?
Yeah,
to start?
sure.
Foam.
Pit.
Am I supposed to word associate with what you said? Pit?
Oh yeah.
Dirt.
Grave.
Dead.
Black Sabbath lover.
No, that's
age 45.
That's too much. That's too specific. I have no response to that.
Okay. Wow.
You called in. You were supposed to have a topic.
Yeah. Shit. Okay. I got. You
didn't write this down.
I actually did. Okay. So what I want to call about. I was sick today. My boss took my shift. I work at a makeup counter.
Do you do a good job or a bad job?
Oh, I do a great job.
Oh.
No, I don't know. I think it's okay. I think.
Is it just women?
Like, no, but it's a lot of women. A lot of women coming up to me, talking to me.
And do you put makeup on their face?
No, because no, I just mostly help them with their skin and their serums and their color matching and telling them they're lovely.
What info do they come to you with that they're like, they want you to synthesize into that information? They're like, I'm looking for something that will make me look more brown.
Oh, actually,
I'm postulating. I don't know.
Whoa, that's a gross word.
Is that a word?
But let's say yes, and that it's gross, and that you're right. You're right on the word. But people come in with all sorts of shit. Like, there's the highlights are a manic woman getting ready for a date.
Mm-hmm. That night?
And she was like, yeah, it was like, she's like, I have an hour to kill. And do these press-on nails, which ones are sexier? And I'm just looking at her like, I think they're both nice. She had really spiked out hair.
That's the first thing that guys look at on a date is like, what's the nail situation with this lady?
You know, it may not be the first, but to her, it was like that last hour. Like, it was like, well, I might as well do something.
Could have made all the difference, yeah, in the final hour. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, right? But she ended up not getting them. She's like, I better stop. I can't do these in my car.
So you do a bad job. You don't upsell everybody.
Well, fuck you.
Speaking the truth.
You kind of are. Like, my boss would like that talk, you know, but I guess saying both the nails are nice is like upselling. But there's also like older women who come in and they're like, hey, I'm old, and I'm like, yeah, that you either get older or you die. Yuck, yuck, yuck. And they're like pulling on their face like, ha ha ha. I just had a mastectomy, or what's it called when they squish people's boobs and clamp to like check for cancer or something.
I think the mastectomy is when you actually get them gone.
Yeah, that's why I had to like
take a
step back.
I didn't even know there was a prior
mammogram.
Oh yeah. I've heard of that.
But yeah, just like, I don't know, they treat me like the way more closely than, like, it gets real non-casual. It gets real up close. And
how do you respond to that?
Oh,
you just yuck it up?
Yeah, I kind of yuck it up a lot. Have you ever worked a job where it made you better at dealing with people, or better like looking, or better, I don't know. Anyway. No.
My jobs all the jobs I've had have just like, make me angry.
Gremlin?
Yeah, they lower my overall opinion of everybody. Do you get that in your job? Do you feel like these people are bad, or do you feel like they're poor souls? But maybe they're like poor souls who are like, please, God, and God
help
being
me.
the lady at this makeup counter.
Look at me, I'm special. Like, I get a little bit of that. These people are disgusting, and I hate them. And if I could kill them in a fire where I wouldn't be a suspect, I might. But mostly, I'm just, you know, I know that everyone's having their own experience. But mostly when people open things and then put it on and then put the package back on, and then call me a bitch when I tell them, please don't do that.
Is it hard to see people as people like that, like individuals who like have they've clearly got their own whole life? When I see people being people, unfortunately, my first response is like, how dare they?
Yeah, I get a bit of that, but it's also like, I've also definitely been the how dare they are in my life, so it's like, I get it. It's like, I don't know, I don't try not to get too mad about humanity.
What do people who go up to makeup counters want? They just want to look better? They don't know how to use makeup? You're talking about old people? Like people who are 60 and they'd
like
never
all
use makeup?
People. A lot of people. Every kind of person.
But how do they not learn ever?
Well, do you know how, sir?
And no, and I would also never approach a makeup counter. It's like perfectly in sync with my lifestyle. I don't care about makeup, and I never use it, and I would never talk to a makeup person.
Oh my god. That's actually fair. You never have to. But
do you feel that people have to?
No, absolutely not. But
but the people who get it, they do feel that way.
Oh, they get it. No, the best is when I help someone with their like cystic acne,
oh yeah,
and then they come back in. Like I get them to get some products, which also makes me feel like a douchebag. I'm like, buy this, but then it works, and I see them come in again, and I'm like, hell yeah.
No, that's a pretty good. That's a success story,
right?
Because some people do have crazy acne, and it's not their fault.
Oh.
They just need to cover it up. Like, no, I mean, I'm not even being. I'm not trying to be mean.
Yeah.
Like, some people really do have crazy acne. I don't understand what causes that, but
that one example I just said, what caused hers was she worked in a KFC, and she told me all this while we were stressing out about her situation together. And she said, I work in a KFC, I wear a mask all day, and it's like the hot grease fumes.
Ugh.
Yeah. So that's how her shit got fucked up.
KFC grease trapped in your face?
I was about to ask if you had KFC in America.
Oh, sure we do.
Oh, sure you do.
I haven't had KFC in maybe 10 years.
Yeah, about the same for me, I think. It's not good from what I remember, really.
There's like a lot of weird... Like, I've eaten a lot of chicken in my life, but KFC chickens have, like, extra body parts.
Oh, yeah, it's got, like, all the sinew, and it's got all the sinew you can do. KFC. I don't know. What else was on here, this list? Or not a lot.
Dude, good. I'm just going to let you flounder.
All right.
While you read your list.
All right. Oh.
Keep going.
Okay. I actually paid someone $30 to write a spell.
A spell?
Well,
a magic spell?
Yeah. Like just because I wanted like a poem from them, but then I was like, well, I thought I needed it immediately, and I was like, just write me what you think a spell would look like.
Do you have it?
Oh, I'm looking. Yeah, I definitely will. I will have it in these files, but that's not a good use of money.
That's only $30. Sure. I think that's a steal. A spell for $30?
Oh, you're actually right. You're right. I just got kind of embarrassed.
Have you tried it? Have you used it?
No.
You should use it on the whole audience right now. You have you're being beamed directly into the brains of let me check, 110 people right now.
Holy shit, that's like 9 more than those 101 Dalmatians.
Exactly. And those were dogs. These are human beings.
Dogs act. I can't. Oh God, I always get so stressed out looking through these files.
Sarah, you've got approximately 5 seconds to find the spell.
Love you. Bye.
Okay.
110.
Hey,
bye.
It's good talking to you. Bye.
Bye.
All right, we didn't get the spell. I did. I was asking for it. As they say, I was asking for it. All right, we're almost done here. Who's this?
Call from
Barnubicus.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
This is going to be a good one. Barnubicus!
Oh, he got it.
You're in, baby.
What's going on?
Nothing. Just doing this show. You know what it's all about, baby.
Man, well, by the way, my real name's Andrew, or you can call me Andy.
Wish you hadn't said that. I was all excited about Barnubicus.
Well, Barnubicus is really just like my alter ego, so it's still real. You don't exactly have to throw it out just yet.
I'll still call you that then. All right. Well, Barnubicus. This is the do whatever the hell you want, no rules, no holds barred show. So what do you want to talk about?
Yeah, that's my kind of show.
Talk about anything.
Man, anything. Oh, the possibilities.
Exactly.
Oh, first of all, just to let you know, the first video that made me a fan of your show was definitely That's a Nice Grill.
Nice.
Man,
the animation?
We still at work have inside jokes. I'll walk by the guys and be like, please, God, don't let me out. Don't let me out. Oh, man, they love that.
Nice. Very good. You better be subbed. You better be subbed to Drew's channel then as well, the man who animated that video.
Oh, I do have him on Instagram, and I see his paintings quite often. They're pretty interesting.
That guy makes great animations on his channel as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look more into that.
All right.
Because
besides that, what's the topic?
Well, the topic, I mean, we could talk about are you into off-roading?
No.
No.
What about what is off-roading? Tell me about it.
I mean, it's pretty fun. I just recently got a Jeep Gladiator, and honestly, it's the greatest thing.
Is that an ATV? What is that?
So a Jeep Gladiator, you know what a Jeep Wrangler is, right?
Yeah.
So a Jeep Gladiator is kind of like a Jeep Wrangler, but it's like the truck. It has like a bed in the back, so it looks just like a Wrangler, but it has a bed.
Okay.
And it's fucking sweet. I mean, you could just go out there and go off-roading in the middle of nowhere, just go on top of a hill somewhere and just smoke a bunch of weed or take some dabs and just know you're never going to get caught because you're in the middle of nowhere.
How off-road are we talking?
I mean, as much as you want, to be honest. I live in Arizona, so I could just go anywhere. I mean, shit, a couple months ago, I was up in Sedona. I was thinking about going to Flagstaff next weekend. It's snowing right now out there, so...
Okay, but
I mean, I was thinking about taking this thing out and, yeah.
Does off-roading, is it like you're following some sort of dusty path, or like are you on the road and then you just like take a quick 90-degree turn off the road and you're just going wherever the hell you want?
I mean, honestly, it's both.
That's amazing.
It's 100% both because you can, anytime you want, if you have one of these, anything that's four-wheel drive, literally, you could just, like you said, just drive off the road real quick and just go do some shit. Like, sometimes I'm on the way back from work, and I just want to do some off-roading. And I'll just fucking see some hills right there, and I'll just be like, you know what? Before I go pick up this six-pack and get drunk tonight, I'm going to go fucking do some off-roading.
That's like fucking Grand Theft Auto.
I mean, it kind of is. That's what a Jeep does to you. It makes you live like you're in Grand Theft Auto. I mean, I would say San Andreas because that's my favorite one.
That's the most fun way to drive. It's just like totally unrestricted. But like in real life, a car, it's like if you go off-road, you're going to get stuck in about 5 seconds, and then your car's going to be stuck there until you pay someone to tow it out. But you're telling me...
Yeah, I wouldn't say that. I had a Mazda 3 before I had this Jeep, and I did a lot of shit in that thing.
Damn.
And it was only two-wheel drive.
Wow. So it's a mind over matter sort of thing.
That might be because I'm very known for my manifestations.
Mm-hmm.
So
do you ever get stuck?
You never know.
Off-roading?
I did one time. I used to have another. Well, you know what a Ford Ranger. It's kind of like a Ford Ranger, but it's the Mazda version of a truck, and it's a Mazda B2300. And I got stuck with that little motherfucker because it was only two-wheel drive. And thank God somebody was out there in the middle of nowhere to help rescue me.
Where? Where were you stuck?
Well, this is before I moved out here, and I was in California, and I was in San Bernardino. and I got caught in some like really soft sand. And it just looks so fun. You know, I saw some truck drive by, you know, my dumbass, I'm brand new with this shit, so I didn't even know he had 4-wheel drive, and I'm driving like this little bullshit 2-wheel drive truck. So I'm like, oh, that looks fun, you know, and I go in there and drive, you know, and I'm moving, and then even more of a dumbass of me, I stop. And I'm like, oh, you never stop. You know, when you're in something like that, you're never supposed to stop. You just keep going.
That sounds like
So I
part of the
got
fun.
stuck.
Is just being that you're not allowed to stop.
Well, you know, it was just such a nice little area. I was like, oh, I'm going to stop here, just hang out, you know, take some pictures, whatever. I had my homie with me, Chris, and, you know, he was thinking the same thing. He's like, oh, what is this? It looks real nice in here. There was all these trees over, and it was like around sunset, and like this orange color was coming through.
Mm-hmm.
We just had to get some pictures.
Instagram moment.
Yeah, technically, that's one of them.
Just kidding. I know you're not. You're not an Instagram off-roading influencer. Is that a thing that exists? That seems like it would be.
I am definitely not an influencer, but I'm a comedy guy, though. I do like to do funny shit, so that's the only reason why Instagram is to try to make people laugh.
Yeah. What do you do? What do you do on Instagram to make people laugh?
I just did a bunch of stupid shit at work. And
treat it like TikTok, basically?
No, I don't do TikTok. I'm allergic to that. But Instagram, I shall do.
Dude, you wanna throw your @ out there?
Yeah, well, my Instagram, I actually have 2 of them, but one of them doesn't really fucking matter. So I'll just tell you about the one. It's White Hot Visions.
White Hot Visions?
Yes, sir.
That's your comedy Instagram?
And I just have stupid videos of my dog and then some funny shit at work.
Nice. All right, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, off-roading does sound pretty fun the way you talk about it. I have a 2006 Toyota Prius. Can I off-road with that?
Oh, totally, man. Just make sure you keep it on the flat dirt. Don't go over any hills.
And don't
don't be a hero.
Stop.
You know what I mean? Don't be a hero.
And don't stop.
No, don't stop on soft sand.
That's a big rookie mistake. Stopping.
No. Yeah, you will be awaiting rescue. You'll be a damsel in distress. 100%.
Maybe
like Romeo.
Yeah, maybe I'll
Romeo,
meet
please.
my husband that way.
Hey, I mean, that might be it right there, man. That might be the moment. That might be the moment that changes your life forever.
Hey, dude, thanks for calling in. Good talking to you, man.
Hell yeah, man. You have a good night. Thanks for answering.
All right, you have a good night, too. Bye.
Late.
Oops. Okay. That's the show, bitch. That's the show, bitch. Thanks for listening. Thanks for calling in, everybody. Good show. It was nice. It was like a lot of quick calls. We had some longer ones. You know, it was good. It's the same thing that always happens. It's quick in the beginning, and then it's longer towards the end when I'm getting more drunk and I become more interested in what people are talking about. Anyway, good seeing y'all. We'll be back in a couple weeks. Sunday or Monday is going to be the show date. I haven't decided. Mondays kind of seems like could be a fun show date. Mondays, you know, it's a terrible day, so it's like maybe something to look forward to at the end of Monday. Could do a call-in show. I don't know. Haven't really thought about it at all, TBH. But yeah, all the music from the stream is from Soggy Beard. You can find the links to their Bandcamp albums in the description of this video. Everything that I played on this stream is within those links. I think they also have a Spotify, which you can look up. Soggy Beard, Canadian band. The HUD from the stream, what you're looking at, the visuals are all drawn by Slouch. Slouch is a very great YouTube animator dude. You can find the link to his channel in the description as well. Also in the description is a link to the Minute Hour logo, stickers, and magnets. I just got a whole bunch of that shit, so you can buy a TMH logo, sticker, or magnet. You can buy a 3-inch one, which is pretty big, or 2-inch one is a little mini one. The magnet is 3 inches, you know. There's a bunch of different packs, sticker packs available to you on the website. Thanks to everyone who called in. This is a fun one. Maybe in the future I will edit this shit, make it a little more listenable, like bring it down from 3 hours to 1 hour. I do want to do that. I probably will. But no guarantees. It's a lot of work. If you want to edit these shows for me, nah, I don't even trust anyone to do it. I can't. Yeah, who cares? Whatever. Anyway, goodbye. Good talking to you, and see you in a couple weeks.
Take a look round my home, got some things for you to find. Bloodstained shirts and dirty halls, heads hanging on the line. I got a bike with no gears and a heart that barely beats. I got a fortress built of dirty dishes and walls that love to speak. I got mostly empty coffee cups, dust balls and cat hair. Well, I'll open up the window and let these ghosts get some fresh air. I can see it in your eyes. Your disgust is pulling me back. Take a look around my home, got some things for you to find. Sweat-stained shirts and dirty halls, plants hanging on the vine. I got an SPCA calendar with X's on each day. Well, I'm counting down the hours until I reach that early grave. I can see it in your eyes. Your disgust is calling me back and 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 back. Oh, I can see it in your eyes. Your disgust is pulling me back and 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 back. When I walked in, he was standing in the doorway. Had I not looked up, he might have left. Instead, I got caught up in a story. Grabbed me by my shirt and cracked my head. Please don't find me now, you bitter bastard. Oh, please stop kicking me when I get up. Want to get myself put back together. I swear I'll kick your ass once and for all. He started dragging me down the hallway. My chest was killing me with every breath. His eyes were blank, his hands were shaking. With every hit he landed, tears were bled. Oh, please don't fight me now, you bitter bastard. Oh, please stop kicking me when I get up. Want to get myself put back together. I finally kick your ass once and for all. Well, Lucy flies off the table. My body lies limp on the floor. No one to hold, no one to cradle. Tennis takes the lead once more. Please don't bite me now, you bitter bastard. Oh, please stop kicking me when I get up. Want to get myself put back together. I swear I'll kick your ass once and for all. Please don't bite me now, you bitter bastard. Oh, please stop kicking me when I get up. When I get myself put back together. I swear I'll kick your ass